Doink. So, what's up, Stevie?
What's happening, Mike?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
You look kind of lonely.
Right? It's like there's nobody here. I sent out links at like 9:45. And damn, ain't nobody here. Stevie and I think Stevie's right. I think everybody's just getting old.
Well, you got a big group of people over there.
You know, but we do have we have like 14, 15 people in the watching. It says so, and it just started, so that's awesome. It's just funny, and I wouldn't mind, Steve, but you and I are the old timers of the group, and the young ones are the ones that, oh, I'm tired, or oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep, or.
Yeah, we'll talk for a half hour. We'll both be nodded out.
Hey, big dog of the leather kind, you, sir, have a link in your Facebook messages. All right, let's do let me do a rundown here and see who's here and been here and all that happy shite. Prepping to endure. P2, better known as P2E. It's Friday. He's here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Stevie B, what's going on? Good to see you. Vanessa Kitty. Vanessa, I was in your neck of the woods today. How are you? Good to see you. Big dog of the leather kind is here. What's up, dude? Vborg 001. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Course Stalker Steve is in here with us. Do you have a beautiful Sandy's Passions, ladies and gentlemen? How are you, beautiful? SKS Hugo. What's up, brother? P NASCARs. What's up, my friend? Wait a minute here. What the hell? And hello, Guns Girl. See, I can do that without what's his name here, so I can get away with that now.
Yeah, right.
No crying involved. Let me I forgot. I forgot to share the stupid chat. Hang on one sec. Give me 1 sec, guys and ladies.
Hey, I shared and muted.
Oh, I muted too. Imagine that. See, it's the young people that I'm muting, Stevie. It ain't us. I know it ain't us.
Right? Pick on the youngsters night. Woo -woo.
Shit. Right? What'd you give me a square for? She said, hey, Mikey, what a square. Do I have a square head or something?
No, I figured that out.
What's the square?
My flip phone, somebody from an iPhone sends a heart. It shows up as a square.
Oh, so she's on her phone. Okay.
If you don't have the right gear.
G-Trap is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, my friend? So, yeah, Vanessa, I was in CT today. I had to go down to East Hartford. So that wasn't a bad ride. It was only like 118 miles from my work. So that was a good ride. Too many state troopers for me on Route 84, but other than that, it was all right. Anyways, so what I missed last week? You didn't do a chat last week.
No, I got involved. I got my new lathe running, and I just got neck deep into that, and it's like, it's hunting season. Take the night off.
Right.
Couldn't help it.
No, because when I came back Sunday, I went on to see if you had done a chat. I watched your other video instead because I want, but I said, oh, you didn't do a chat Saturday.
I just wasn't in the mood, Every once in a while, you give yourself a break, so I took the opportunity.
I hear you. I totally hear you. See, I get my breaks when I go away hunting, and I get my break when I don't,
Yep.
Shit, we haven't had, in the last 3 months, I've missed, 4 times, 5 times?
Yeah, a couple.
So. Anyways, yeah, so I wasn't here last week, guys. I did my annual trek to Maine. That was a ton of fun. I didn't shoot anything, but my buddies did.
That's
Four
cool.
guys hunted. 2 guys got deer. The problem we had was, so I got up this Sunday, and first off, I was supposed to go by myself because I was going to stop in and make Johnny Solar make me a cup of coffee on my way up, but I wound up having to go up with somebody else, and so I couldn't do that. But we get up there, and it was raining. Problem was that they already had like a foot of snow on the ground.
Oh.
So Monday when we got up to go hunting, obviously it was frozen, and so when you walked on the snow,
crunch,
you may as well just fucking got church bells going. It was just dumb. So I told my buddy, I said, well, the old guy I was with, I go, listen, I'm going to try to walk where they walked this morning, and I'm going to find myself a nice quiet tree somewhere.
Yeah.
And then Monday into Tuesday, and mainly Tuesday into Wednesday, we got pounded with about 18 inches of snow.
Oof.
So Mikey D being 51 and smoking like a butt fiend and all that happy horse shit, walking in thigh-high snow with no snowshoes is not fun. I don't recommend it. Oh, and by the way, I'm not even joking. I'm not one of these, old people, up the hill both ways in the snow with a hole in your boot. Uphill. If anybody's ever been in Western Maine, they know Western Maine's all like this. Northwest Maine, by the way. Anyways, so that in and of itself, man,
no
boy,
kidding.
did I bad what?
I said, no kidding.
Boy, did
I got a theory on hunting in that crunchy snow like that. I don't think the deer moved either because I don't think they like making that noise.
I was thinking the same thing. And also, too, on them, it can't feel too good with the ice going against their skin.
Yeah. If you don't have boots on, it'll rip up your shins. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. But ran into a guy at the way station, and they were coming out of northern New Hampshire, probably 40 miles away. And they had said they bumped into a game warden on the side of the road. They had to put down a moose. The snow was so deep, and he was just gave himself like a heart attack. And he was sitting on the side of the road, just sitting there for about 6 hours.
Wow.
So they knew that he wasn't going to survive. So they put him down, and I guess some guy, this guy that was telling us the story, said this guy showed up and said, what are you going to do with the moose? He goes, take it if you want. I'll take it for you.
Really?
Yeah. So he gave this guy this whole fucking moose.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. But yeah, the snow was deep. It sucked. Although the good thing of it is that they're all yarded up, right? It
Yeah.
looked like a fucking road map. You know, you open up a road atlas of the United States, and that's what it fucking looked like. It was just. Now, problem with that is you don't know where to be at what time. I mean, I walked down back, and then so in back of the cabin, there's like this old railroad, railroad, but it's all all the ties are gone. It's now it's just a trail.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down there so I can go sit by the river. And because every year I go, there's more scrapes, there's more rubs, there's more everything, there's more shit, there's more everything down there. So I says, I'm going to go sit down there. Here's the problem I'm having, right? With all the snow that fell. So Maine is, 95%, 96%, whatever, pine where I go, okay? So all the pine boughs are this far off the friggin' ground.
A little hard to see.
It had to walk by you for you to shoot it. You know what I'm saying? You were not gonna get a 20-yard shot.
Right.
So what I did was I sat like I always like to do. I sat in a small group of pines and dug out my little area, and anyway, so I'm sitting there, and the thing that sucked is that I went in there, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. I come out at 11. A buck track across my tracks this way, and a buck track going across my tracks this way, right near the cabin.
Nice.
And I'm like, you fucking scumbag.
Should have took this happened with you and sat right on the trail.
Oh, I'm telling you, all week this happened to me, right? Getting pissed. Jay Watt, what's up? I thought Mike was going to say, put down the game more than maybe next time, right? So that's just how my week went. You didn't know where to be at what time. Buddy mine went across the street. The neighbors, he's got probably 8 acres, 9 acres, 10 acres of land, or whatever the hell it is. And buddy of mine, he went up the hill, and it's the same thing I did. Thigh deep of snow. And anyway, they left Monday night. They got there Tuesday morning. They left Monday night at 11 o'clock at night. They got up there because of the snow at 5 o'clock Tuesday morning. Okay. Around 8 o'clock, I had already left. My buddy decides that, the other guys are sleeping. He goes, I'll go across the street. Goes across the street. He's got this tree, it's just a tree stand. Not like a tree stand you're thinking of. It's more like a tree seat. It's a seat, and it just hooks onto a tree.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, so he hooks that thing up. He ain't sitting 7 minutes. I'm out down back, and all I hear is poop. It sounded like an M80. Remember when we were kids, you throw an M80 in the water and just went poop, right? Yeah. Because with all the snow, that's what, you weren't going to get. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm like, son of a bitch. I go across the street. Sure and shit. There's a 7-pointer on the ground. And then the other guy, Jimmy, he got, so that was Tuesday. Jimmy got his on Thursday. And the funny thing about that, Jimmy says to me, he says, what do you want to do is let's jump in a truck and on the road, and we'll go hit the pit like we usually do. We can't walk up there because it'll kill us, but at least we can go down the road and see what's going on. And he said, because it was snowing like an absolute bastard, He's like, yeah. So then we're outside, and my buddy Mike, who got the deer on Tuesday, says, Nah, I'm telling you guys, whatever. So we decided not to go. He says, hey, you want to go across the street? I goes, nope, I'm going down back because I'm going to shoot that fucking deer. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to shoot that fucking deer that's down back. I'm down back about an hour. Bang. I'm like, fuck this. If I drag somebody else's deer out the woods again, I'm going to fucking kill somebody. Same chair, same spot. Another 7-pointer. This one, the rack was nice. The tines are nice and thick. Dark brown.
Yeah, that one looked like it had a pretty good spread to it.
Yeah, he did. That was really nice.
On Facebook.
Yeah, it was really nice. All right, Guns Girl. Be nice to them. But, you know, all in all, it's still always a great time. I love going. I did take a lot of video. I don't know how to put it together. How do I get, if I took a video with this, how do I get it on my computer?
Just plug your phone right into the USB port and it should upload almost all.
Where I put my headphones in?
Yep.
All right. But I just want the video. I don't want my whole phone. I don't want all the phone numbers on my fucking computer.
It lets you pick and choose. It will tell you pictures or, you know, video.
All right. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow, probably after I do my breaks. And before I have, before the Army Navy game. So, got to watch the Army Navy game. Mm-hmm. It's like watching a Super Bowl to me. That's just a great game.
Right.
Mr. Boyd, how are you? How many do you see, Mikey? What do you mean?
How many does?
How many does I see? Shit. Okay, from the vehicle or in the woods? In the woods, I probably saw, and this is no exaggeration, this is probably, I don't know, 20-something. In the vehicle, going down the street to get cigarettes in between, you know, because we'd come out of the woods at like 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. I went down to get, what's up?
Vanessa Kitty says to highlight your picture file folder when you're uploading.
Thank you, sweetheart. 4 or 5 in the woods just standing there on the side of the road. They loved us where I went down back because I went down back and saw the guy that, you know, I showed up with on Sunday. He had snowshoes. I didn't. By Thursday, we had a nice matted down path. You didn't even need snowshoes.
Right.
And the deer loved us for it because they walked in the same fucking thing we did.
I hate when you start doing that.
But I'll tell you, it's just aggravating as all fuck. G-Trapper, I don't have to tell you, right? It was just aggravating as all fuck. And the funny thing is that I come out of the woods on Thursday night, and I met the old timer a couple of cabins down from ours in the trail. And he goes, hey, you stay up there at Buzzy's, right? I go, yeah, yep. And he says, you see anything down here? I says, dude, they're making me sick. I go, because I said, yesterday I came down here and I said, I don't care how deep the snow is. If I find the buck track, I'm gonna go on it and I'm gonna follow it. And I'm all right. I did that. Now, I know I grabbed it in the morning, right? So it's kind of fresh, right? Right. And then I knew it was behind it. And I swear to God they have radar. Okay, I swear to God. Dude, this thing's going over the trail, back over the trail, under trees, under down trees and shit. I'm like, you suck a dick. And And no, he didn't jump over it. He went under it. You know how I know that? Because all his hair was underneath that fucking tree.
Right.
And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I'm soaked to shit, you know what I mean? And so finally, I stopped, and he went right down to the river. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Probably 150 yards away from where I sat originally. Again, wasn't going to be able to shoot because on a clear day I could. On a clear day down on the river, I have a good, decent shot. But not with all that snow cover. There's no way I would have had a shot like that. But they're killing me, Stevie. It's just killing me.
Yeah, it's amazing what they go through to try to shake something off their trail.
And I wouldn't mind, but it wasn't like I went running through the woods after it.
Jay Watt.
What did he do?
He says, "Come on, Mike, hurry up and get to the part where search and rescue had to find you."
What did you have good to eat at camp? Everything I ate was good. At my funeral, I will arrange for the organist to play pop chords. The wheels are starting off slow and getting faster and faster, so I can't play any faster. My body will swing out the casket. What's going on, Flynn? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It was Jesus Christ. What else do we eat? I ate two. I had two deer hearts. One Tuesday night and one fucking Thursday night.
That's my top of the line favorite, boy.
I was gonna slice it up, and one of the guys says, "No, we'll bake it." So he fucking threw everything in the mother all over that fucking hot. Put it in a little bread pan and stuck it in the oven. You didn't overcook it. My God, did that taste good?
I bet. I've never had it baked. I always just slice it up,
bake it, Stevie.
Flour and fry it.
Pretend it's meatloaf. Throw it right in the oven. Oh my God, Stevie!
It's my youngest daughter's favorite too. She used to yell at me when I'd make a heart shot. Darn it, Dad!
But yeah, I've played a lot of darts. If you're on Facebook, you guys, he tagged me, so you guys might have saw it. Did anybody see a picture of me sleeping in the chair?
I didn't. I haven't been on Facebook a lot, but
so one night we're playing darts till like, I don't know, midnight, right? And then so I go to bed, and for whatever reason, I was always the last one to go to bed. And like always the first one to get up, because I get up to take a leak, put some wood in the fire, and then I'm up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that happened the night I go to bed at midnight. I got up about 2:30, 3 o'clock to take a leak. And I checked the fire, and there was still wood in there, so I only threw like 2 more in there. And we got a damperless. There's no damper on the pipe, so it's totally illegal wood stove, but anyway, that's another story. I'll tell you that in a minute. But anyways, now I'm up. All right. So I stayed up from 3 o'clock that morning all the way until midnight the next morning. All right. Go to bed, get up. I get up at 5:30. Hey, what's going on, brother? I get up at 5:30, right? And the guy, me and the other guy, the only 2 guys that can go out. No, 3 guys, because that was Thursday morning, I think. Anyway, he says to me, Mikey, put the coffee on. I says, don't you ever worry about me putting coffee on, my friend. I'll take care of the coffee. I got the coffee on, and I sat in a recliner.
Out like a light.
With my coffee cup in my hand. Not a good idea. 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm like this. So he takes a picture of me, sends it to my wife. But all sorts, how the hell are you? Great to see you. I haven't seen you in like in dog's age. Great to see you. Gina, he puts on Gina. Wonder why Mike can't get a deer. Look, at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's sleeping. He's not out in the woods.
Great.
Fucking asshole. You know, but that's deer camp, though. You just break balls. I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys all know.
Right.
Ball breaking, fucking.
Take your shots.
Not a place to be if you're thin-skinned, let me tell you. Holy Hannah. Those guys. Great group of guys. Like I said, four of us hunted. One guy came up, he was camp bitch. He's got some health issues. He couldn't, you know, kid's like 46 years old or something. He's got more heart issues than he could shake a stick at. And it felt like it was CBS. He came up and he had this fucking, the pill bin, you know, the old people have the pill bin.
Aw.
Dude, he took like 20 pills. That's the nighttime pills.
Jesus Christ.
I felt bad for him. You know, he's shoveling. Like, dude, you can't shovel. You're not going to die on me. You know?
At deer camp, he'd be up on the buck pole.
But holy shit. Great time. Great time. You're going to be more specific than that, my friend. But it was a good time. Real good time. I think next year I'm going to bring one of those seats that my buddy's got. Oh, okay. I'm going to bring one of those seats that my buddy's got. Helga's Pennsylvania cooking. How the hell are you doing? Good to see you. HRM. We missed the Park Rangers bull wagon loaded with southern deer. Damn. What are you up to there, Mr.
Not a whole lot.
Big dog of another kind?
Not a whole lot. What are y'all up to?
Listening to deer hunting stories.
Yeah. I'm guessing. Well, I know by Facebook Mike didn't get one, but it looked like the other two fellers that were there got one.
Right on, Jay Watt. Jay Watt says Mikey is lucky Dish wasn't there. Those pictures would have shown Sharpie all over his face, or worse. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you even see any, Mike?
I saw a shitload of them. Well, a shitload of doe.
No shots?
Those guys got 2. I tracked the bucks, but it's it sucked. I worked over 61 hours this week, and now I'm falling asleep in my camel recliner. All right. Good night, Flint. Thanks for coming in, my brother. Gear Grind 19. How are you, my friend?
Gear. What's up, buddy?
The chat historians with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Stumpy's praying to the porcelain god tonight. He's not feeling too well.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he not feeling too well at all. I talked to him earlier.
Yeah, I thought I was going to last night. Dumbass me swallowed 2 big old giant burritos just before bed.
Ooh, that's a recipe.
About 1 o'clock, I thought I was going to explode. All I could do, I went in the refrigerator, cracked a nice cold Coke, sat here in front of the computer till like 3:30, and finally I started burping, and I was comfortable enough to lay back down and go to bed.
I just watched that last video here, Steve. Man, that new lathe is pretty fucking awesome, eh?
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm loving it already.
That's a hell of an upgrade for you.
Right? I would love to have one of them old-timey, heavy, super heavy-duty ones, but, dude, the prices on them are freaking ridiculous. I'm like, what is it, gold-plated or something? $6,000?
You got to look at what you got to look at what you can get. I mean, if you can get a brand new one for a fourth of the price of the, like you said, $6,000. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hey, so can I say one thing while
Go
we're
ahead.
here?
Go ahead. So
Uncle Cal, I know Uncle Cal will go back and watch this. I've got your wallet. I am horrible. I am just like Steve. It's sitting on my bench. I've got to send it to you. I haven't forgot you, buddy. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm horrible. It's sitting right over there.
About Uncle Cal.
No, I didn't forget about him.
I just want to know.
You know,
Uncle Cal, I want to tell you something, buddy. I got a keychain like 2 days after he was on my chat. Just saying.
yeah, you did. You did. Y'all
Just
got
saying.
one though. You got one.
Just
Steve
saying,
got
Uncle Cal.
one. Mikey got one.
See, I just wrote some line to him, and now he's fucking he just bit into it. Okay, so what's that tell you, Uncle Cal?
I want to get hold of Uncle Cal and have him bust your balls like you did mine.
Fucking right.
Hey, I gotta put a false bottom in Uncle Cal's box and put a whole bunch of beef jerky in the bottom of it.
Shh. Quiet.
It'd be all right.
Yeah, just like we said before, just let him know that there's a surprise in there, so he don't go whipping it out in front of you know who.
Right.
Yeah, no, he already sent me a message on Facebook. He's like, "No, it's all right. It's all right, man. You can send that, but
gotta be covert."
I'll make sure I get something in there for him. Poor guy eating fucking lettuce all day. No, we put something in there for him.
Tofu.
It's a venison jerky for him.
HIM Weapon says Southerners have a flu epidemic right now. Let me tell you something about that. Okay. So Monday, I thought it was because, and so.
Hey, Ohio, since Mike's froze up.
How's it going?
Yeah, Senior Robatu over there.
I thought because of the vitamin or something. Anyways, Monday night, dude, I was fine all day, all morning, all day. I had no problem. But I mean, I was on fire. I don't know, 19-degree weather, right?
Right.
Socks, no shirt, body.
Yeah, I got him 1518 West Rousen, apartment number 2.
Brother? What did I miss?
You were roboting.
What did I miss?
Mike, and it made your story funny.
Huh?
I said you were roboting, and it made your story funny.
Oh.
It sounded like you didn't have the flu. It sounded like you were drunk.
No. Yeah, well, I wasn't. But anyway, I'm out.
Sounded like you were big dog.
I'm outside in 19-degree weather. With nothing but long johns on, no shoes, no socks, no shirt on, no hat on, and you couldn't.
Okay, Ron White.
Yeah, let me tell you, dude, I'm not even joking. You couldn't believe the steam that was coming off my body, right? And I'm like, you got. And I was sweating, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. And I actually had to sit because I was getting a little bit. So I didn't even know what to do. So I just started taking snow and if I could rub my arms with it and everything. And so the old time I'm up there with says, Jesus Christ, he goes, you all right? I go, I'm all right. But holy shit. I've never been that, it was bad. Yeah, Ohio, listen, this is a quagmire.
Got it, bro.
You don't need to ask permission on shit like that.
Okay.
I've got 2 bad bulge discs and 1 minor bulge. Suck.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
It'd be all right.
Um,
Yeah, everybody quit talking about the flu because I'm like totally psychosomatic. I'll start getting woozy.
on.
Uh-oh. And the countdown begins.
It's the final countdown.
Right, Jay? Why didn't anyone warn Mike about not eating yellow snow? He was probably out in the woods munching on them deer raisins. Hey, these are pretty good.
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Have you seen that video on, I think, Facebook or something, where the little girl is picking up the deer poop and her dad's convincing her to eat it?
Oh, I'm sure there's a bunch of them out there.
Said it was like, he might have said raisins or something, but I don't know what he. And she's like looking at it, and she finally tastes it, and he starts laughing, and he tells her what it is, and then she picks more up and eats more of it.
Kick me off again, see what happens, asshole.
We waited for you.
What the fuck is going on?
It's right when Ohio came on, when it all started.
Oh, yeah.
It's all that secret spy stuff he's connected to.
Secret agent, Ohio Wolverine.
The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache.
Right? Double knot spy. Looks like you're doing all right now, Mike.
Thanks. Jesus.
So anyhow, Fever Snow, the old guy.
Yeah, so the old guy's saying to me, "You all right? You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." Why? Is this yours? What is the fucking snow?
Wow.
And I'm like, "No."
And next week we need to get tin can with some string and send it to Mike and stretch it out to our place.
I don't know. It's probably change of seasons. See, I got to be real careful where I work. I work at a school, so I got to be real careful. Every time there's a vacation, they bring all that foreign flu crap back.
They like to share, eh?
I literally get out the rubber gloves and stop touching my face and
I don't think the kids should be touching your face anyway if you work at the school, right?
get right. Why does Google always do updates and shit on Friday nights? Because usually by Saturday everything's all cleared up and working.
Killing me here. I don't understand it. What the fuck is going on?
Well,
So here's the question, since I just got here and everything. Did you get a deer?
No.
everybody else did. Almost.
50% of the people got it.
Did you see Blue's video where he kept falling down?
I did not.
He had his GoPro on, deer hunting, walking through the woods. He must have fell 4 or 5 times.
I usually let Blue build up a couple videos, and then I'll take like an hour and just watch them all.
What the fuck did I just do?
Uh-oh. Go porn? Look at that guns girl busting my balls.
Dude, I got that. I put that 6x24x50 scope on that 6.5 Creedmoor. I so want to take it off and put it on my son's 22 Cricket because it's like
bigger than the damn gun.
it's just as long as the damn barrel.
That would be a great picture, though.
Yeah,
Got my new scope.
a fucking squirrelinator.
No shit. Yeah, I got this one. It's about 1.5 miles from the house. It's pretty bad when you got to get in your vehicle to go pick up the game that you shot.
Right.
Hello, Mike.
I got tired of it. I couldn't do it anymore.
You know what? That phone has a lot clearer picture.
Yeah. Well, probably because my fucking, what do you call it, so far up too. You know. But I'm wondering which one's going to kick me out. Is it going to kick the other one out or this one out? Because after a while, it'll kick one of them. You know what I mean? Gooboo's all best. Yeah.
I kicked the other one out.
Did it? Apparently I'm back, right?
Oh. Oh, Lord.
Is that better? No more
I don't know. Quit wiggling it. You're making me seasick.
Am I the echo?
No. All I hear is a one-time over echo. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I don't hear it echo at all.
Maybe if you put some aluminum foil to the back of your computer and like ran it out the window or something.
I think you put a tinfoil hat on. It is that time.
No. I don't do tinfoil hats. Be right back. Now that I've found my tool, I can finish my work. Guns girl, do you really expect me not to say anything? Seriously?
Is he talking like this, or is he freezing up again?
I'm not freezing up again.
Dude, I think you're having a stroke then. You might want to go to the hospital.
No. I'm hearing myself come out my phone, and it's killing me.
Oh, got you. Just put your fingers in your ears when you talk.
Right?
Be all right.
Or I'll just do this. How's that better?
There you go. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, Lord, Mike. She's playing with her tool now.
Oh, Jesus. Now here comes Uncle Pervy.
We'll leave you two alone.
That'll be a good thing. I don't think she wants to be alone with me, though. That's a big fucking mistake. But anyway. Yeah, Ohio, I got nothing. Had a good time, but it was I mean, I don't mind dragging other people's deer out of the woods. That's why I just told G-Trap, he's got a back problem. I'll fly right out there and fucking drag his deer out of the woods from him.
Mike, try muting the mic on your computer. I think you're coming through both your channels at the same time.
Muting the mic on the computer.
Whoa.
How's that, better?
There you go. Ohio, you haven't shot that Creedmoor at all yet?
Not yet.
Why not?
Because I haven't been able to get out anywhere, man. I've been working a lot. I don't have a place to. I was thinking about taking it. I'm getting ready to go visit my mom on the 18th and the 19th. So I'll take it with me. If I have time, I'll take it out. And, I mean, I'd shoot it there, but, you know, I want to try to, you know, I guess I'll just bore sight it and see what, you know, if I can
you can do
get something on paper and then just go from there. But
right.
That's the sad thing is, man, that's kind of expensive ammo to be sighting in the gun with.
Don't be whining. You're the one who bought it.
I know.
Regular old 308 or something.
Well, I got a box of ammo. I bought 2 boxes of ammo the other day. My buddy ordered it, and it was only $12 a box. So that's not too bad.
Right.
It's not like match grade or anything like that.
Jay Watt, Norm Feller was his name. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now batting. Number 8, Carl Yastrzemski. Gray Man Outdoors, how the hell are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in tonight. Apparently I have to sit back, because if not, you're going to get a full view of my fucking 64-inch chest.
Must have been working out.
Yeah, walking through the snow.
Oh.
I came up on some old timers traps too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We helped them out. You know that path I told you up and down the railroad bed?
Yeah.
He took the same path. He's like, I got some traps set out. I said, yeah, I know. I saw a couple.
That's cool.
I said, they ain't got nothing in them, so you don't have to go that way. He said, I don't. I said, no, I wouldn't. I said, I wouldn't even lie to you. I know the rules. I know you can get in trouble. I said, so I'm not even lying to you. I said, you got nothing in them down there. He says, good. You just saved me some time. I said, no problem.
Damn it.
But, yeah, it's cool because that's the first time I ever came across somebody's traps, you know. Heavy fine in Maine for that too, for fucking with somebody's trap.
Good.
Yep, real heavy fine.
Yeah, I've always had trouble with people not respecting my shit in the woods around here. I've had so many traps stolen over the years. I've been pretty lucky, but I really avoid people spots, you know, like bridges and shit, where people come, you know, could come across. Man, they'll pick them up in a heartbeat around here.
Yeah.
It's always been like that here. It's like no respect for the trappers.
Well, what you do is, right, Stevie, if you know there's an area that people are doing that, go get yourself a cheap fucking trail cam.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, you know, it's. I'm not even going to pretend to guess how much, you know, equipment is. You know, Because I mean that'd be ignorant of me to try to estimate how much all that So
West Spring here, Broadview. Henry King Frank 60.
it ain't cheap, right?
Right. Well, the cheapest piece of crap trap out there right now for like, a little bitty trap for muskrats and shit is like $6 or $7. So, and that's the lowest you can find.
I feel bad because he was telling me that he goes to this beaver pond all the time, every year. And hey, Mario Mosen, what's up? I feel bad because he's an older he's an older guy, and every time he tells me, every time he goes in there, dude, the things freeze over on him.
Right.
And it's like, he said it takes him forever to fucking get him out, And I'm like, I didn't know what to tell him. I didn't even know what to.
No, that's part of it. You come to expect it.
I haven't done any trapping since I was a kid. Me and my dad did a few. We used to set out traps for coons, and always end up catching a damn possum or something,
Right.
The last time I got a raccoon, it was in a safe trap, a have heart, whatever the hell you guys want to call them.
Yeah.
Have a heart.
Have a heart, and it's like fucking 2 a.m. and all of a sudden I hear clang, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I go outside. There's this gigantic fucking raccoon caught in the fucking thing. Half his body's in, half his body's out. The thing it wouldn't fit in the fuck. This is how big this fucker was. I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch. He's banging the fucking cage all around.
It's amazing how strong a raccoon is. They'll tear up a freaking dog if they get their hands on them.
My mother used to have one as a pet. The fucking thing would come to our house every night, and I swear to it would like scratch at the sliding. She used to have to put her door over instead of her sliding glass. She got sliders, so instead of putting a screen there, because it first started scratching on the screen, she put a hole in it. So then she closed the glass door on it, right? The thing would sit there and go like this. And my mother would go to the fucking thing and go away, go away. It'd go down the stairs, sit in the thing like a fucking dog waiting to be fed. I go, why are you feeding it? Well, he comes every night. So what? I can make a hat out of that fucking thing.
Some mittens. Make some mittens out of it.
Right.
Do something. It was huge.
Yeah, raccoon, once they get their mind set on where they want to go and what they want to do, are one of the most stubbornest animals. I had one at my wife's grandfather's house that was literally ripping the vents, the aluminum vents, off his roof to get into a female that got up in the attic via the garage hatch. But this thing was climbing up a chimney, and Grandpa had a big overhang on his house. So he literally had to hang on to the chimney, reach out, kind of crawl out and grab the gutter, pull himself up to get up on the roof and literally rip that aluminum off. It was amazing. You wouldn't think something could crawl upside down on smooth wood, with no grip.
Right.
It did it.
There's a guy around here that when he's trapping raccoon or anything like that, because we can't. If it's not hunting season, we can't we can't discharge a firearm, right? So, anyways, I bump into this guy, and he says, I don't have the money to go out and buy one of those things that the farmers have, that they can kill the cattle with or the pigs. It's pretty much a 9mm, but it looks like I don't know if you guys seen these things.
Yeah, it looks like a nail gun.
Yeah.
Without the triggers and all that, and you just go boom. Well, he doesn't have one of those, so you know what he did? He put a friggin' spike, right, into took the head off of it, drilled into a broomstick, right? Super glued the fucker. He's got a spike this long hanging out of the bottom of a fucking broomstick. And he just puts it in the back of the thing's neck and pushes down, and the thing dies. So.
Well, whatever works, as long as the neighbors don't see you. Just saying.
Yeah, all right.
But he traps a lot of raccoon, that guy. I said, my shit luck, I go get a trapping license and start trapping raccoon. I'll catch the fucking neighbor's cat.
Right.
That'd be my luck.
Yeah, you got to learn the ropes. It'd be nice if you could hang a name tag on the trap and say raccoons only, but
right.
That's the part of trapping that you can only learn by experience.
Because out back of the complex here, you hear them all summer long. I don't hear them so much now. I know they're out there. You can see the track through the snow. Well, when we did have the snow, you can hear them, but and see the track. But
right,
there's too many cats around here.
Yeah,
for me to even attempt it.
Yeah, they do love those garbage cans.
I mean, anything that I put in there. Bye, Big Dog. Anything that I put in here will just, attract the friggin' cat,
The best way around it of not catching the cat is use sweet bait for raccoons, like marshmallows or maple syrup. For some reason, bananas work well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll remember that. Because I've been thinking about going to do it because I can only they even put a Stevie. They even put a what do you call it on
a bounty?
Yeah, up in Maine on fishes.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we got a small population here, but they just started reintroducing them a couple of years ago. We don't have enough for them to open up a season yet. If you live in the Upper Peninsula where they stock them, I think you can catch like one a year or something.
They're a nasty fucking animal. Nasty animal.
It can be. Uh-oh.
And what I don't understand is that how something that big, right, go on a tree sapling this big without making that tree go like this?
Mm-hmm. I have no clue. I get amazed by squirrels. They'll go right out on the tippy tip of the branch.
Yeah.
To get an acorn or a maple seed or whatever and it not break.
Yep. Well, I made the fucking squirrels nice and happy, I'll tell you that. I'm sitting out in the woods and I got my trail mix bag, So of course I can't eat the nuts, right? So now I got a little lunch bag or whatever the hell it is, a little plastic lunch bag, and I got about this much friggin' of nuts in there, So I'm leaving, and I clear off the spot on the stump, you know, of snow and everything, and ice and everything. And I dump the bag out on the fucking stump, put in a little pile. Besides peanut butter, I can't see that other word. Hang on. Besides peanut butter, raccoon lure is my go-to for small animals. Cool.
We always use sardines.
Yeah.
But sardines will get me a cat, though.
Right. Most raccoon lures got, I don't know how you say it, but I call it anise in it, the licorice smelling stuff.
ANNIS, yeah.
An ass.
An ass.
It's got an ass in it.
Anus.
Oh, it is. That's how you make.
Stuff on.
And that's how you make anisette too. Flan 57. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Mustard sardines? Nah, I like the regular ones. Yeah.
Yep. In oil.
Yep. With
Put
mayo.
all that oil behind your ears before you go out at night to the bar. Boy, you get the girl.
Oh. Mikey's sweating. I got my little fucking heater going, and it's fucking 100 down here now.
Go out and roll in the snow again.
No, on the dock tonight, and it's friggin' cold. But they put the black bumpers around the doors now, so it's not as bad when the wind blows.
Right.
You know. But I don't even know. I had to take a class on it. I know that. You know, to get my license, you have to pass the course and all that to go trapping. And but I hope I have to look it up because I don't know if Massachusetts has the same thing on fishes that Maine has. I know a bunch of guys that take them out while they're out in the woods, but
Who shall remain nameless.
yeah, not me. I've never shot one. But the only thing I've ever shot while I was hunting that was pissing me off was a red squirrel. That's it.
This party advised to avoid each other for the night.
And if they want to yell at me for taking out a red squirrel, they'll yell at me.
Some of the here they assess a value for any animal that you kill and get caught for killing that you weren't supposed to. You watch that red squirrel be worth $1,000.
It's like here in Ohio, man, they consider it like somebody poaching a deer.
Yeah.
As a game animal, as a trophy, so therefore you get charged for, you know, destruction of state property and shit. And they hike the price up that these deer are worth this much money, so it turns into a felony.
Oh shit.
But here's my question. So if it's destruction of state property, when one of the fuckers jumps out and hits your vehicle, isn't the state liable for the repairs on your vehicle then?
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you? I mean, if you're going to make the law, you got to stick by it, right?
I know that they're liable for potholes.
Property of the state. But usually when you sue a state, they have a cap that you can.
Yep. Massachusetts, $100,000. You can't sue the state of Massachusetts for more than $100,000. Yep. The part of the tunnel fell on this woman going to work one day, and her husband sued the state. Then he went after the company that put the tiles in that fell on her.
Right.
You sue the state, you sue the company, you sue the county, then you sue the city, and then you sue the township.
Well, you don't have the It's not like that here. Jay Watt, Mike, do you have the wild fennel where you're at? Well, what?
Yeah, that's an attractant for everybody. Mr. Solar, what's up?
JS, what's going on?
Hey.
I went up with somebody on Sunday, so I couldn't come in for coffee. My plans changed.
It happens.
Yeah, I wasn't pleased though.
So with me in here and him in here, within 10 minutes, I guarantee we'll be talking about food.
Hey, Watt just brought up fennel out in the.
we always every time we turn it to food for some reason.
It's important.
Yeah, and I haven't had dinner yet, so.
11:40 at night. You haven't had dinner yet. What's wrong with you?
Well, I had a handful of nuts. Boom, boom.
I'm not. I won't even.
Better than a mouthful.
True that.
I won't even dignify that with a comment.
So how do you like the lathe, Steve?
Kind of loving it.
Like it a lot?
Loving it.
Did you get a mandrel yet?
No. I'm working on it. I started collecting my fine sandpaper. I got up to, I think all the store had was up to like 400, maybe 3 something.
Oh my God. I can send you some. I'm all the way up to 32,000.
Yeah, well, I'll hit the auto parts store where they got the auto paint. They'll have the nice, fine, the good, wet, dry stuff.
Yeah. Once you're at 8,000 is about like, you're good. You're good.
Couldn't you just use a sheet of newspaper for 8,000 grand?
Yeah, close. Yeah, you might think that. No, I got like a quad wheels.
Yeah.
I actually have all my different. I have my blue, I have my white, I have my triple E and all that. Those are really important. But you can do some fun.
Right.
I'm getting ready to switch over now to some wood and urethane composite combined.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a couple of those. I think you might have some fun with those.
Very interesting.
Yeah, where you can actually have wood and the urethane composite together.
I wonder if that would warm up the sound of the call at all.
Yeah, it definitely does. Absolutely, it does. I'm doing. I have a huge load of sticker ones that are going to get ready to go out. It's not what I normally do, but it's what somebody else does. But I just kind of perfected it. The guy that was doing before me was doing like cardboard tubes, which doesn't make any sense when you think about it. You know, a cardboard tube, put an insert in, I'm blowing in it. It's cold outside. Saliva's getting in it. What in the world were you thinking, cardboard tube? So what I'm doing is I'm actually manufacturing the tube itself out of the urethane.
Right.
And once I manufacture the tube, then I go ahead and put the decal on it. So it's a special thing. We've done some beer ones that are fun.
Right.
So how'd your talk go so far?
Well, other than Mike getting kicked off, he is now on his phone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, until that dies.
I actually got a real actual smartphone.
I'm thinking about it.
Can you believe it? I had this little tiny itty bitty thing I've had for 10 years, and I actually have my very first real, holy crap, like it's got a fucking hardcore case. It's a Samsung Galaxy S7.
That's what I have. Same exact phone. Stevie, see that? It's not a flip phone, Stevie. Just saying.
Yep. And I just so happen.
Comes apart into this fucking giant ass fucking holder, and this thing here, yeah, it's S7. Now in 2004 I got my last phone, and it was the very beginning of the LG series.
Yep.
Right.
It's a flat phone, you know, and I have 12. I have 13. Yeah, 13. I've never used them as phones though. Now here's the thing though. Like this is a iPhone 4. I never use it as a phone. I always use it as a camera. I have an iPhone 6S. Never used it as a phone. Always use it as a camera. This is the LG I had before. But I have like 13. I think I have like 13 phones here laying around me. But I've never used them as phones. They were always cameras to me. I always liked the camera. So I would buy them used, and I liked the camera. That was a good thing. But I always had this cheap ass. I always had this crap fucking. My phone was a piece of crap. Little LG piece of crap. This is the first time I've ever had a real actual one of these things.
Well, I just got a coupon in the mail for $200 off for the Galaxy.
Now that's that J3. Now what I did was this. Now here's what I did. Okay. There was a there was a guy who had a Samsung S7, and he said it was a brand new phone, but it had been damaged in shipping. And I was like, I don't get it, but whatever. And I ended up buying this thing for almost nothing. And then I put it on to my wife's plan. And yeah, there'll be people that'll be like, "Oh, you're so bad, you're so terrible." Yeah, whatever. I've been rooked so many times, I'm not worried about it.
Right.
But put it on the insurance, left it on there for like 3 weeks, and then I was able to claim it. So they gave us a brand new one.
Nice.
And there's a trick. There's a trick to Verizon. Verizon has ended their entire "our phones are all locked" thing. They're not locked anymore. They've ended it. They don't want to do it anymore. So if you have some of the, this is called Total Wireless, which is I have 5 gigs of data. I don't even use data. So if you're like me and you don't use data and you're always at home and you have Wi-Fi, but it's $37 a month for everything, start to finish. So I end up with this phone, and it works on Verizon's system completely.
Which one do you have?
Samsung SJ7.
All right, I have the SMJ727T1. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't either. This is the Samsung X. Mine's a
J7 Prime.
Yeah, mine's a Samsung Galaxy SJ7. So
okay. Now, what did you say? Verizon doesn't do what anymore?
No more locking the phones. They're all unlocked. All their phones.
You can get other service.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All their phones are unlocked. And Total Wireless uses Verizon's system. So they actually right here have the mini card. You can get your little mini SIM card for Verizon, and it works in that phone. So it was the SIM card costs $1, $1, $1 by the way, $1. They'll send you the SIM card. The phone you get from Verizon is already unlocked. The SIM card goes in there, and then it's $37 a month. All done, finished. So I was like, you know what? That's fair to me.
Huh.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I have to switch. I couldn't call anybody up there when I was in the woods. My buddy's like, you have to get a burner phone or have to buy a decent set of walkie-talkies or something. He says, because you can't go out in the woods without anything.
Mikey, you should know that by now. You should know this by now.
So I didn't go too far. The furthest I went was probably about 1.5 miles from the camp. So.
Well, anytime you want, you know where I live now. You have all the information. Just go, John, I'm coming. Coffee on. God damn it. I'm freezing my balls off.
Yeah, it's like 24 here, 23. It's supposed to go down. It's supposed to be really chilly tonight.
Yeah, I went out and got another pallet of pellets.
Yeah, my brother's got a pellet stove.
Oh my God, you guys would have laughed your ass off. I was at Sanford Airport, Mikey. You know where that is.
Yep. 99.
I was shooting the. We were shooting the promo for Hornet Fixtures video. Oh my God! Security was on us in like seconds, man.
Oh yeah, because you have a video camera in every airport. Of course it was.
Well, yeah. So there was a Learjet, and the pilot was in it. It was not started. The door was open, and there was nobody doing anything whatsoever at all, and a limo there. The limo was not moving, and it was not started or running. All we were going to do is have her get in the limo. She's going to get out of the limo, run towards the jet. That's it. Done. Scene set. Scene set. All done. Fucking A. Oh, my God. I had security up my ass for like freaking an hour and a half. They were all over us.
Wow.
It was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. That's a pain in the ass to shoot anything at an airport now. Oh, my God. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, those guys were like butt munches.
Yeah, but they'll let a guy sneak through with a bomb in his underpants.
Yeah, they will. Absolutely.
And they don't even have the sneak.
Or when we had the World War II aircraft come in, I was all over the place, and I did not belong there. I mean, I did not belong there, and I was everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere. The plane. Well, here was the deal: was the plane that Jim was on that had the leak. Do you remember hearing about that, Steve? The leak.
Yep. Got the extended tour.
Right. That plane shows up here. I have to be on the plane. I have to be on the plane. I have to go on the plane. I got to run around. I got to look at everything. I have to see everything. So I'm all over this thing, and I'm crawling over it, and I'm on it with like 3 cameras. Not a fucking word. Not a word. Nobody said boo to me. And I'm not just carrying cameras. I'm carrying like, I've got like shoulder mounted gear, I'm like, let's go. Let's do this thing. Nobody said a word. Not a word. But boy, holy crap. As soon as you've got a jet and you have a fucking limo, they're like all over your ass.
Give an orange vest.
It's like it's not my jet, obviously. I mean, look at me. I'm a fat fuck from Maine. It's not my jet, obviously. It's not my limo either.
Have you seen some of the rock stars? You could own that jet.
I suppose maybe it's possible, yeah. Right, be right back.
Can you hear me?
Good night, V-Boy. Go ahead, Ohio.
Okay, I just didn't know.
I can't believe I'm still in here twice, Steve, and it's working.
Weird.
You only kicked me off once. I ain't complaining. I just couldn't stand roboting anymore.
Right.
It's pissing me off.
Maybe this is the new way to do it.
All right.
Your computer will run if you're not talking and using your camera. You got the chat window opened up on your computer still?
Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you got? You using a phone and a computer or something? Or?
Yeah, can't you see me in there twice?
Yeah, I see you in there twice.
Yeah. Where did Timmy go?
I don't know. He just fell out. He didn't text me or nothing.
He probably had the little guy to deal with the little guy. Gear says, I tried making a video the other day. Deleted the footage, though. I forgot how not to cuss every other word. It's all right. They got a beeper on the editing thing now.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, Steve, here it is. In case you were wondering.
Milwaukee.
What the fuck is that?
Well,
It's a funny story, Mike. Funny story.
What is that, Laverne and Shirley beer?
No, close, but I'm at the store. Remember the City, Mike, that opened up here? The big beer store here called the City?
I've heard of it. I've never been in
Yeah,
it.
in
but-
Sanford. So it's like big beer store, huge beer store. It's like ridiculously for Sanford, Maine. So I go in there and there's this kid, fucking idiot. Kid has no brain left. I'm sitting there looking at it. It says marked down on the beer, 15 pack cases of Milwaukee's Best. I said, "What's up with that?" He goes, "Marked down. Why? Yeah, they're past their date. Their date? What? Yeah, past their date. I'm like, okay, they went bad on December 12th. Or 2nd, December 2nd. Really? He goes, yeah, they went bad. I look at it. Okay, well, how much are they? $5.99, 15 pack. I buy 2. Make sure transaction's all done first. We're done? Yeah. Everything's good? Yeah. All right, now I'm going to save your job now. That's called a born on date. Okay? The beer was made on the 2nd. Okay? Now, it didn't go bad. Now, these are mine, though. These are mine. Okay? The beer didn't go bad on the 2nd. It was born. So, you probably want to take a sign down. I'm saving your job. So, yeah, I got 2 15 packs of. That's what we were talking about on the show. That's why everyone was laughing. They're going, "What?"
Wow, is it?
That is what happened.
He must have been from fucking. He must have been from Northern Maine.
Yeah.
He was from somewhere that I'm sitting there going, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, it went bad." I'm like, my head's going, "It went bad. How the hell? What?" I'm thinking, "What'd you do? Run over with a truck? You fall off the back of a fucking dump truck? What happened?" He's like, "Yeah, they went bad on the 2nd." I'm like, looking at it going, "What do you mean the 2nd?" He shows me a day. I'm going, "Oh my god." Okay, well, I'll take 2.
Well, the real dumb thing is who gave him the authority to be able to mark shit down.
I have no clue, but whoever it was, it worked. It came up as $5.99, and I was fine. And I said, "Well, now I'm going to save a job." I thought, you know what? I'll be a. See, I don't know. Mikey understands this. Up here, there's good people, which is what I was. I only took what I needed, and then I saved your ass. So I was a good person. There, I was a good person.
See,
I didn't call my friends.
I'd have brought it out on a 2-wheeler.
Right. See, Mikey would have just went, "Okay, hey, let's do this." Me, I just went, "Look, I'm going to take 2. Okay, I'm going to take 2, and then I'm going to save your ass because you're fired tomorrow. I trust you.
Oh yeah,
You're fired." But
I mean, that's about as dumb as the fucking blonde erasing the W's in the M&M factory. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, and no difference whatsoever at all. I'm just sitting going, "Dude, that's a born-on date. Are you kidding me? This beer was made on the 2nd of December." And you're like, "Went bad. Went bad." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's alcohol. It don't go bad unless it's
Right.
sitting in
I'm
bright
like,
sunshine.
I've had beer. Now, granted, if you said to me, "I got 2 cans of Billy beer," I'd go, "You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go without that because I'd like to have the can, but I'm gonna say no. That's probably bad."
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm saying it's pretty much beer.
Except for Miller in the glass bottle.
Yeah, I won't drink.
That's
I want one of those Miller High Life champagne bottles. Have you seen those?
yeah.
I want one of those.
That's like I walk in a Dick's last winter to get a suit for working on the dock.
You gotta be careful walking into Dick's, man.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to buy. I didn't want to spend $200 on a full. So I just bought the bibs.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the sign. I'm like, there's no way these fucking things are 75% off. There's no fucking way. Well, that's what the sign says, right? So I'm like, 75% off $120. That's a buy.
Yeah.
So I go get to the register, and they ring it in as whatever, and I go, that's wrong. And then the guy says, "What do you mean that's wrong?" There's a sign back there that says 75% off. He goes, "No way." I said, "Come on, I'll show you." We walked back there, and he just shook his head. He just shook his head. He says, "You were the luckiest son of a bitch there is in here tonight."
Oh,
Took
yeah,
the sign
yeah.
down. It was from fucking Christmas, dude.
Can I interrupt a minute? Flan just
What's up?
brought something up. Is
What's up,
today
Pupa?
Pearl Harbor Day?
Yes,
Yeah,
December
December
7th.
Yes, 1941, December 7th.
Actually, it's tomorrow, but yeah, in 2 minutes it will be.
Well, yeah,
No, today's the 7th.
that's right.
No, today's the 6th.
Today's the 7th.
Are we sure?
Right.
And a calendar.
Mikey, Friday is the 7th, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, that would explain the Army Navy game tomorrow because it's always on this weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
That's why I thought it was tomorrow.
You're a football guy. Go Army, go Army, go Army.
I don't have a dog in the fight. I just love watching that game.
It's probably one of the best games ever.
I mean, my dad was a Navy guy. My brother was a Navy guy. I got a nephew that's an Army guy. I got a grandfather was an Army guy and a Navy guy.
And nobody's gonna fucking kneel. Nobody.
Right?
They're gonna be 100% patriots, knocking the living crap out of each other to win a game. And I am like,
Right.
yes, thank you.
Flan says, "Okay, the Canadian has to tell you it's December 7th. What the fuck?"
Okay, Flan, you're awesome. You're awesome.
She's all right.
I remember Flan from the other show.
Yeah. She's got a voice, right? She should be doing fucking 900 numbers somewhere, dude. She'd make millions.
Oh, you know what? She's like yeah.
She's got a set of fight.
Flan can have a conversation and make you think about things.
Dude, as I used to say to people on that, right? I used to go like this. Yep.
Hello, boys. She's like, "Hello, boys. Thank you for the social and geometric possibilities surrounding you." Okay. Yep. How you doing?
Hey, I want to go back. You were talking about saving that kid's job or whatever. When I worked for, I'll just say it. I worked for a company called Rural King.
Okay.
And
wait a minute. I know that company.
Yeah, I worked at the gun counter.
Okay.
And I had a manager who thought she knew, like, I guess, design or something, or how stores should be, how things should be set up all the time.
Right.
Okay. So she was setting the guns up. She'd always wanted to set them up like by the size of the gun or the color of the gun or whatever. And I'm just like, no, just put all the fucking 9mm in one case, put all the 45s in a case, put all the 40s in a case, put all your revolvers in one case, and all your 22s and shit like that in another case. I said, then all your specialty stuff, your weird stuff, like your Bond arms and your Derringers and shit like that, those all go down a different case. And she's like, no, we should do it this way. And I said, well, fine, do it whichever way you want. Well, I came into work a couple days later, and we had this note that everyone had to sign. We were looking for, keep an eye out on theft, because we had some major thefts going on out of one of the aisles. And I'm like, well, what aisle is it? And they're like, it's the aisle behind us. Well, the aisle behind, you had like the gun cabinet or the gun counter, and then you had the gun rack behind it with the safe and everything. Then there was another aisle behind us that was normally sleeping bags, tents, shit, like kind of big stuff on the aisle. And then they have a canopy, like one of the pop-up canopies, like on top of the aisleway at the top of the two aisles, just as a display. They have it up in the air so it's not up, But the camera, all you see is the top of the fucking canopy.
Nice.
So what they did was they moved the sleeping bags and stuff down, and they moved the fishing stuff around the corner, and right underneath that canopy is where the manager decided she was going to put the trail cams and the scopes and the binoculars and all this stuff. So I look in the cabinet that's under lock and key, and we have a Tasco red dot, and we have a Eye Protect cheap ass little laser, flashlight combo type thing that snaps on the bottom pistol, like $35. The red dot's like $25 red dot. A Tasco rimfire scope, $25-$30. I walk around the corner, and there are like hanging in clamshells with the little spiderweb things around them are like the Vortex.
Oh God, you knew that was coming.
And the Leopolds. I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, well, you want the nicer stuff out where people can see it. I'm like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You want the nicer stuff under lock and key, because we lost like $6,000 in scopes in like one weekend there.
Oh, yeah. Oh hell yeah.
And then I found, like, we had a bunch of like backpacks, and I went to go move those and like rearrange them, and I'd open up, I'm like, what the fuck's in these backpacks? And it was just clamshells after clamshell after clamshell.
Oh yeah.
They were opening them up, taking the scope out, slipping the scope down their
my God,
clamshell in these backpacks.
Wow.
It was terrible, man. And
that is an individual that needs to be removed from position immediately.
Oh man, I'm telling you. And it was a daily struggle with her, and to sit there, like when she would come over and like help out, the gun counter is like you're sitting there and doing nothing for like an hour, and then all of a sudden there's 36 people standing there.
I've seen it over at Cabela's in my town. It's like,
And she would always come over and like to help you out, and some of the shit she would tell people, you would just turn your head and look at her and just shake your head like, no. And then, well, she got in trouble because she hired this guy to work there, some kid. And, he was selling guns and ammo and everything. And he was like 17.
Wow. Seriously. Holy crap.
Yeah, so that was...
That's a bad day just happening.
Well, I mean, they got fined so much from the ATF. It was like their first year because it was new to them. They were like a farming, like a farming store or whatever. And then they, like the stores out west a little bit, like Minnesota and shit, they've been selling guns for a while. Then the ones in Ohio started selling. And it was like slowly, store by store, they started getting their gun counters in.
It's happening again right now, though, across the country. Walmarts that are like, we've had Walmarts that have sold guns since we were kids. I actually have Walmarts around me that have sold guns since I was a kid that then stopped. Now they're bringing them back, and they're acting like they haven't. And it's like, wow, really, guys?
The Walmart by me is like that. It didn't, when we first moved here, it didn't have guns, and then
but they don't sell the staters though.
So what?
Well, no.
That's a helpful hint. Walmart is the best place to do a straw buy because they put people behind the counter who haven't got a clue.
Welcome back, Big Dog Leather. Hello, my friend John the My Woodsman. How are you?
Hey man, sorry.
Hello.
Flan asked, do you have to be 21 to sell guns and ammo? No.
Technically, you don't. No.
Well, I used to think that, and I used to think that I used to get pissed off. I go in the store. I still do. I go in the store, and the little girl behind the counter is fucking 16. And she says, "You have an ID for buying cigarettes?" I goes, "I'm not giving my ID to a kid that's young enough to be my fucking daughter, asking me for an ID to make sure I'm old enough to buy them. If you're not old enough to fucking
That's weird. I would think they would.
Yeah, you do have to be. You do have to be.
No, you don't. I sold ammo. I sold ammo when I was a kid at fucking 16, 17 years old.
Certain areas up here, you do not need to be of any age.
You have to be 18 to sell the gun.
Gun, yeah, not
The
ammo.
gun maybe, but not the ammo.
Yeah, but I'm talking. This kid was 17 and he was selling guns.
You know, it's like the restaurants and in the bars and shit like that. You know, certain restaurants and bars you can't have kids in there after 4 p.m. You know,
Right.
or anybody under 21 can't be in there after.
That's 51 percenters. Yeah. If
Right, at 4
51% of
p.m.
their
But
profit
here,
comes from alcohol.
well, the problem is that the fucking waitress is fucking 17. So what the fuck's the difference?
So it's just like but it's also now the one we have up here that bothers me is I have a boy. He has autism. Okay, now he's 16 years old. He's not doing anything. He's not bothering the world. The world doesn't care where he moves or how he moves. But in some places, if I walk in and go, yeah, I'm gonna get let me get a 12 pack. They go, I need to see his ID. What? I need to see his ID. What the fuck do you mean you see his ID? And they actually want to ID him. It's like I want to stab you in the face. That's what I want to do. I want to stab you in the face. Don't even bother asking for his ID. Are you serious? And they're wow, they're serious.
Wow.
They want his ID. How do we know he's not? You know what you don't know? What you don't know shit. When you tell me that kind of garbage, that says that you're not smart enough to understand that there could be two people standing in front of me who are buying beer and four people behind me are the two kids they're buying it for. So you're an idiot. Don't bother fucking telling me your story.
Right.
Don't pretend that you have don't pretend you have a dream or a thought or a theory. I'm not interested in your dream or thought or theory. You're wrong. Okay, you're totally wrong because I've bought beer like that before and I was outside. And that's where I got it from. Was the guy went, you want a beer? Yeah. Okay, what do you want? I want a 12 pack of PBR. Yeah. Do you have money? Yeah. It costs $10 for a 12 pack. Give me $20. Hand the man $20. He goes inside, buys it, brings it outside, sets it on the fucking ground, and walks away. Away.
He keeps the change. Get the box.
That's correct. So the whole behind me standing, oh, what a load of bunk.
You card the person who's paying for it. That'd be like them carding me if I was at the grocery store buying a 6-pack of beer with my groceries and my kids were standing there with me.
Yeah.
They carded my kid. They carded my kid buying a can of fucking spray paint. Yeah, they will. I almost went insane in New York.
Well, that's the first problem.
I'm in New York. He's like, "Was a problem with the fucking?" I was like, "It's a truck. Buy a can of black spray paint. Spray paint the back of the edge of the truck. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it when we get home. It's just a little rust spot, but it will get bad. We're going all the way to Kentucky and coming back. It will continue to get bad. Yes, I understand. Just hit it. Just fucking hit it." He's being an adult boy that I trained, that I taught to behave correctly. Now, you found a problem. You brought it up. We'll correct the problem. Oh, no. We're in New York. Now, they have a rule about, I don't know, people touching shit that's like paint. And so they're like, oh, it's spray paint. Oh, are you high? It's spray paint. I need ID. I'm like, ID? Of course, I come charging, Mike, you can imagine. It's me, 245 pounds, barreling through the door going, who the fuck carded my kid for paint? Are you high? And I'm like, just like ready to lose my mind. Ladies fucking yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. I'm like,
well, you know what, though? I mean, understandably, we wouldn't have this problem if kids weren't so fucking stupid.
Yeah, and I get that. I do get that. But I mean,
mostly. Well, I kind of buy. I went to the Good Night Guns girl. I went to buy, what do you call it? The nasal decongestant there. Fucking.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you got to.
Exactly what you're talking about.
So I called my wife. Right? I called my wife. I'm like, hey, they ain't got any. She goes, what? I said, they ain't got any. She goes, that's bullshit. I says, hang on. I took like fucking 5 pictures of the fucking aisle. I'm like, see? Ain't got any. And she goes, go to the pharmacy. I goes, why would I go to the pharmacy? It's not a script. She goes, no, they have it behind the counter. I go, why? She goes, because that's what the kids mix to make the drugs. I go, what? I go, are you telling me that I can't buy something that's legal? And she goes, no, you can buy it. It's just you have to go to the pharmacy to get it. So I go to the pharmacy, right? Now, mind you, I haven't shaved in God knows how long, right? So I am gray than fucking gray. And the girl says, can I see your ID? And I went, for what? And she said, well, to buy this, I goes, if you even think of telling me I got to show an ID to buy that, and you don't think I'm over 18 or 21 years old, sweetheart,
She
I
does.
go, you and I are going to have an issue.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, you know, like when you go to the garden and you're going to watch a hockey game or whatever, and you go to buy a beer, they card everybody. I go, no, because I don't drink. So tell me. And I go, guess what? I said, I spent 20-something years at the fucking Gillette Stadium. I go, they didn't card me every single solitary time. You know?
Oh, it cracks you up. I walked into fucking Walmart and I did the same exact thing, looking for that damn. It's a chest decongestant.
Yeah.
And the girl, when I got to the lady, she looks at me like, "Oh my god, you're gonna love this one." Who was president when you were born? I'm like, Lyndon B. Johnson, you fucking bitch. Who was president when you were born? You fucking. She might have been like 19, maybe 19. So look at me going, "Who was president when you were born?" I'm like, Lyndon B. Johnson, you stupid bitch. Are you high? I was blown away. Blown away. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this woman?
What they're doing, they're not IDing you for AIDS. They're marking down your little name to make sure you don't come back and buy 4 more containers.
Oh, who knows?
Oh, then it gets better. I went to the Cumberland Farms down the South Shore in Massachusetts, and the girl says, I need an ID. I go, I'm not giving you an ID. I says, if you don't think I look older than 18, you better go get your glasses checked. She goes, well, it's not that. She says, I have to scan your license. So you ain't scanning my license worth of shit. She goes, what? As you ain't scanning my license worth of shit. It ain't happening.
Look at this guy. He's becoming all anti-government shit and against the man. What a top Hillary Clinton voter would be like that.
Hey, I banged Hillary Clinton, all right?
No, you didn't, because you did. Just
in my dream, I did.
He banged her twice, holding the beer and the cigarette. So, quiet.
Get
my girl.
You guys see how they turned the death of George Bush into a let's
yes,
rail on Trump.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but you know what? He did good. I think he did excellent.
He did very good.
I think he handled himself well with that. I think that when Michelle Obama can shake his hand and say hello, and Hillary couldn't, you know what? I mean, even Bill gave him the hello nod. You know what I mean?
But I mean, they were a ways apart. It's not like you're going to stretch over 3 people to shake.
No, but you know what? You look over your wave. You do what Bill did. Bill was sitting there in between. It went Trump, Obama, Michelle Obama, Bill, and then Hillary, right? And Bill gave him the hello nod. You know, like, hey, what's going on? That's all she had to do.
Carter was off on the far. He was on the fucking far corner over there.
Yeah.
I can't believe Hillary let Bill sit next to Michelle.
That was odd.
She's okay with that. It would be different if it was Melania.
Well, she is a guy, so
that's right.
You know what? I think it's funny, and I actually enjoy seeing it when George Bush hands Michelle Obama a mint or something or a piece of candy. Like every time, that one time it was.
Yeah.
You know, people, they blew it up on the news or whatever. And, you know, it was just cute. You know, I'll just say it was just kind of a cutesy little thing. But now he does it. It's just funny. He does it on purpose now. He shakes the hand, and he shakes the hand, and he looks at Michelle, reaches in his pocket and pulls out a mint or something, you know, or a piece of candy for her every time.
Let's see the files. Let's see the files from the Warren Commission.
Every Monday on the sports radio channel, listen to the interview with Tom Brady, right, from the game before, from the game Sunday or whatever. And they were talking about, you know, Bush, because he had played golf with him a few times. And so he's like, he goes, so how was it? You know, what the guy on the radio channel asked him, you know, how was it, you know, playing golf with him and everything. He goes, he's just a great guy. He said, down to earth. You wouldn't even know he's the president, other than the people fucking standing around him. You know, he said you wouldn't even know he wouldn't even know he was president. And he was going on to say how he loved shitting on Bill Clinton when they played golf.
That sounds
You know?
about right.
But he meant literal, you know, in them weird parties they have.
But you know, and here's the thing, right? That you know, as soon as not as soon as, but not too long after he was out of office, because it was always said that they got along and they liked each other, Clinton and George Senior. They were like actually friends. You know what I mean? Which people nowadays, right? You can't do that.
Well, I mean, don't forget, George Senior was a big fan of the New World Order.
Yeah.
So and so was the other man there. Big fan, big fan.
Right.
Now, I've had people say, "Oh God, here we go, there you go, the fucking new." Oh my God, you guys and your friggin' just before you hear anything, before you think, before you whatever. There's a place in Georgia where they keep a very special set of talismans that are raised to the New World Order, and they're visible for anybody though. Anybody who ever wants to see them, you may view them. Completely view them. You can see all the rules and regulations of the New World Order, what they want to happen, what they want to have be, what they want it to be. They're called the Georgia, like the state, Guide Stones. So take a look sometime. And by the way, it's one of the few things on Google where you can actually go there on the Google map, but you can actually go inside here. They don't just stop you outside. They'll let you go inside and walk all the way around.
Well,
And it's translated in 10 languages.
Well, considered that Google's a big part of it. Just saying.
Yeah, well, no, they are indeed. But you can have an opportunity to learn a little bit if you want to educate yourself and say, hey, what is this New World Order thing?
But
what are they about? They'll actually explain.
You know, and for the Bush family to send an invitation, if you will, to Trump and ask him, you know, let him know that he was asked to come to that ceremony, you know, to the funeral.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's like McCain said, no, I don't want you there. We don't like you. You can't put your differences aside for fucking half hour, whatever the fuck it was, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Did you notice how long it took to bury McCain since he had like that beef with fucking Trump that it was on the news for like 2.5 weeks where he still was buried? They fucking buried George Bush in 3 days. You know?
Yep. Boom, boom.
Right. And here's, you know, I don't want to wish ill will on anybody, right? Because I'm not like that, right? Unless you have a fucking kid to deliver or a rapist or something, right? But so this chick, Joy Bear, on The View.
Yeah.
They're all idiots on that show.
Not all of them. Kane's daughter's on there. She's cool. She tries to keep the bitch in line. But I got to tell you something. And even sometimes Whoopi would be on her ass, you know, because Whoopi carries a gun. And people don't forget this, right? Everybody forgets Whoopi carries a gun. But she is one miserable bitch. And I'll probably get thrown off of fucking Google. I'll probably get thrown off of fucking YouTube for saying that, but that's okay.
But no, Bear or Goldberg?
Bear.
Oh, yes. I'll join you.
She is a miserable bitch. And, you know, what kills me is you don't have to, you know, it's like, you know, they're talking about the Red Sox going to the fucking White House, right? You know, how he invites all the teams, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Philadelphia wins the fucking Super Bowl last year. They get the invite, and there was only going to be like 8 people out of the whole fucking team going. So Trump said, "No, forget it. We'll just cancel it." When you can't, okay, it's not a political thing when you get invited to the fucking White House. Okay, it's not. It's a fucking invitation to go to like the big house. It's not a. It's a photo op with your team, whether it be hockey, basketball, fucking football.
Winning.
Huh? What?
It's to honor the team for winning.
Yes.
Right. Right.
And you know, it's just a fun thing to do. You know, it's not a sit down on any political views or anything like, you know, and these people, oh, I can't go there. Let me tell you something. If I was invited to the White House when Obama was in office or whatever, hey, Mikey, want to come for a cup of coffee? Fucking damn, skip me straight. I'm there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, when you leave there, when you leave the White House, when you leave, you can say, hey, what? I'm not a liberal extremist. I'm not any of that. Nah, that's not my thing. But you know what? Hey. Obama said, you want to come over for a cup of coffee? I went, what? Yeah. Yeah, I'll have coffee. Sure, why not? I agree with 100%, Mikey. 100%.
Yeah.
It's just, people are silly. People are dumb.
Even if Hillary Clinton would have won and invited me to the White House,
yes,
Me too.
exactly.
And
100%.
And this bitch, she can't even. And then I hear stories about what's the heavyweight that used to be on there with her? She's not on there no more.
Barbara Walters.
No. The other.
Are you talking about the little skinny girl that used to be on Fox News?
No, I'm talking about the heavier chick.
No. Rosie O'Donnell.
Right. Rosie O'Donnell claims she's seeking help with a therapist.
It's just
because of the torment. That the man puts him.
You're making
Are you kidding me right now?
You're making my skin crawl.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The torment that what?
That Trump put her through.
No, this is just nonsense.
He makes my skin crawl.
Yes.
Read that question. Oh, Jay Watt, why'd you take that down? Jay Watt wants to know about those tablets. Why there was a new one added and then it was taken away.
What tablet?
Well, with regard to the Georgia tablets?
Yes.
Yeah. No. They had things that they wanted to add, and then it was disagreed with, and they were taken down. That's literally how simple it is. There are things that were added. Nope. Take them down. Nope. Done. Finished. Look at the just go look at it. I don't know how to explain to a lot of people. Go eyeball it. That's it. Just go to Georgia Guidestones. That's it.
Right.
That's simple.
Prepping ask, aren't they in the middle of a field?
Yep, they are in the middle of the field. Absolutely, 100%. Yep, they are. And by the way, they've been there since we were kids. Since now prepping, you said they're in the middle of the field, so I'm assuming a certain age difference. And Steve and Mikey and the other guys I can't see, but I'll tell you this: we were kids. That's when they went there. We were kids. Yeah. I've said this many times. A lot of people, you know what? You want to know what they're talking about? People go, what do the liberals want? What do they fight? What do they do? They put it out. They went, hey, you want to know what? Here, right here, and they actually put a temple up. A temple. And by the way, it's actually controlled by the national parks. Parks. So your taxpayer dollars are making sure that it's cleaned and taken care of. In case you wondered.
So they destroy our statues. Has anybody attempted to destroy them?
Nope. Nope.
Just saying. Because why? Because we don't roll like that.
No, they're still there. They're all there. 100%. I've always been, to me, it's been personal to me. I've always been like, why we people dumb? Can you not read? Can you not see? Can you not like think or what? People just don't know. They go, what is that? And you go, Georgia tablets. They go, what? What are you talking about? You know, are you serious? You don't know? I'm always amazed going, you don't, how did you get to this age and not know? They don't know.
Sheltered lives.
They do. Mikey, there is, you know what? That is probably, as sickening as it sounds, that is the movement. That's the thought. That is everything. Sheltered lives is what they've led.
We gotta protect our children from this bad stuff. You know, we can't let our children see this. We can't let our children see that. Holy shit!
My
Are
father
you
used
kidding
to,
me right now?
my dad used to scream at me and say this all the time. He'd say, "You know what? It'll save your life." What? You know, this is going to sound dumb to a lot of you. A lot of you. It's going to sound stupid, really dumb. Mikey, you might get it. It's like my father would go, "Remember the most important thing in the world." What? That's not a meatball sub. That is not a meatball sub. You're looking. Are you fucking? What is the matter? That is not a meatball sub. And you go, oh my God, he's lost his mind. And then you finally begin to realize what he's trying to tell you is that so many people just say, you know, this is this and this is that, this is that. And they want to sell you nothing more. All they want to sell you is a meatball sub. And when you're done, the most important thing to remember is what? That's not a meatball sub. That's not a meatball sub. That's not a meatball sub.
A whole lot more to it.
Yeah, that's not a meatball sub. And I used to laugh and go, God, nobody gets that. He goes, it's the truth, though. What? It's not a meatball sub. And you go, okay, all right.
Listen, if you go into Best Buy and go buy some batteries or some bullshit or some headphones or something, whatever, as soon as you set them down on the counter, first thing they ask you is your phone number and your fucking zip code.
Yep.
That way they can keep track of everything, right? You can literally give the kid at the counter the phone number of 8675-309.
Yep.
And when he tells you, then he asks for your zip code. You tell him 90210, and they literally have no connection of it, no clue what's going on. And they'll just
everything's an algorithm. We're attacked right now. By the way, I mean I'm just learning more of this stuff here. We're attacked every day by these algorithms. And the funny thing is these algorithms are designed. They're not. This is a part that's like strange. All the huge like put a goddamn thing, put an aluminum foil how in your head. It's not. That's not. You're getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. Okay. They're not like they don't want to see your brain. They don't want to look inside of your brain or anything. What they're doing is they're using algorithms. These are algorithms. They're designed to look at certain things. A word. This word might be like, let's say, for Steve, lathe. Lathe. How many times has Steve used the word lathe in the last month and a half? A lot. That's interesting. Very interesting to me.
Oh, you ought to see all the stuff that comes up on my Facebook already. About
Yeah. I want to know about lathe. I want to know more about this lathe thing Steve's looking at here. So I'm going to pay $75. I want $75. I want to know more about this lathe thing. He's into this lathe thing. Next thing you know, we're talking more about it, and then all of a sudden I find out like lathe tools. Okay, interesting. But what they're doing, folks, is they're using algorithms that are designed to look at what you talk about and what you say. When they say they read your email, there's not four guys named Ted going, all right, so he said that he wanted to talk to her on Tuesday. No, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. What they're doing is they're running it through an algorithm, and they're looking at it, and they're going to say, what trigger words have happened? Lathe, 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 tool, lathe, tools, lathe, tool. Now I know what I'm advertising to. Now I know what I want to advertise to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the best deal or whatever it is, and I'm going to say, hey, Steve, what? We have lathe tools.
Wink, wink.
Lathe tools that are specifically designed for a person who buys this lathe. Didn't you buy that lathe? And now I have a better shot at connecting with Steve. And Steve goes, "Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, well,
I bought that lathe. I bought that lathe."
me and my wife proved that on Facebook one time. She read a story and she goes, "Let's try it." So we both have our phones. We got them up. We have them open. We got Facebook app up, and we talked for about 20 minutes about cat food and kitty litter and the cat. We do not own a fucking cat. Now, we shut down Facebook and then brought the app back up. And the first ad over to the right-hand side was fucking like cat products.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I've
been listening to our phone calls since they first put satellites up.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the actual truth. People have a tendency to go, "Oh my God, there's like 5 guys named Ted going, do you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Do you hear what he said?" No, that's not exactly how.
YouTube does the same thing, though.
There's
Right.
in Columbus, Ohio, we have a fusion center, and that's what they do.
Right, and you're right, Mike. You're right, Mike.
YouTube does the same thing. Whatever you watch, it's going to put in there for recommended.
Right, exactly. But they're not sitting. There's not 4 guys named Tom sitting there listening to your phone call. What it is it's an algorithm. It's an algorithm, and that algorithm is designed to pick up certain things. What am I hearing? What's happening? And then people go, "Oh, well, I don't want to be a part of any of that, so I'm going to get myself one of these Alexas, and I'm not going to be a part of that." Well, Alexa listens all the time.
Yeah, right.
All the time.
Hey, Google.
Yeah, I always wonder, how do people now people out there listening right now? There's a whole bunch of them that are going to go, "All right, I feel real stupid." That's fine. That's fine. Feel that way. I really hope you do. I really hope you do, and I hope you think, and I hope you listen. Don't answer, because that's good, because you haven't identified yourself as a goofball. So not identifying yourself as a goofball is fun, and that's an important thing. But ask yourself this thing right here: whenever we say the word "this," hey Google, how the hell did Google hear you? How did Google hear you?
As soon as you said that, my phone lit up.
Yeah, but how did Google hear you, though? They're not bugging the house. They're not listening to me. They can't. You're paranoid. They're not listening to you. Stop it. They're not. You know what? You're being one of those people. So stop. They're not listening to you. They're not listening to every word. No. But how did they hear? How did they hear? Hey Google. How'd that happen? Because you know what? They're listening. But they're not like 25 guys sitting. They go, "I heard what your daughter said." No, that's not what's happening. It's an algorithm. It's a computer that's listening for certain patterns, certain catch phrases. That's the actual truth. Okay. So the whole thing about there's not 9 guys listening to Mikey's house going, "I wonder what he's doing." That's not what's happening. There's an algorithm that just is sitting there. It's a computer, and it's saying, "I want to hear what you say." And when you say, "Well, you know what, Marlboros, don't forget to pick me up. I need some Marlboros." Whoa, that's 2 Marlboros. And by the time he says Marlboros 5 times, guess what? Mikey's got an ad.
Yep.
It's for Marlboros.
And that's just stupid old Facebook. Could you imagine what the government could do with the higher end stuff?
Right. And that is actually the truth, though. That is actually the truth of when we talk about they're listening to you. They're all listening. They're listening to you. That's really what the truth of what they're listening to is because there's not 85 people who want to hear you talk to Mary about your whole. I got the custard. The custard.
So it's not like the TV show Point of Interest.
No.
You guys ever see that show? It was a good show.
Yeah.
HRM says. Yeah. HRM says the YouTube side video bar is always full of videos in my liked list. And searches turn up the same. They do. You search whatever
The recommended,
my mother was like that.
YouTube's recommended videos for me, their algorithm or whatever is off, because never do I watch fucking rap videos.
And I'm sure
I recommended.
I have
Well,
complained.
Change you.
I got one in my feed the other day. I'm on the TV watching Steve's lathe video, right? I'm up in the living room watching TV, and I put Steve's lathe video on, right? And my wife, the video's over, and my wife says, "What does that video down there say? What's that headline say?" I go, that says how to treat an escort. And she goes, "What?" I go, "It says how to treat an escort." She goes, "Looking for escorts?" I go, "Nope." She goes, "Well, how's that in your thing?" I goes, "Because I plugged in Steve's fucking video."
Stalker Steve.
But I never, first of all, I didn't know you can get that shit on YouTube to begin with. But,
The China waxings on YouTube if you want it bad enough. Because it's medical.
Yeah, there's a shitload of that shit.
Swamp Donkey says the liberals have a...
Looking it up for a friend one time.
Swamp Donkey says the liberals have a great algorithms up here, big enough to sink a country. Right?
Well, they can.
Right.
Our friends up in Canada.
It's just you guys got to realize what you're up against. Always understand what you're up against. Who's listening to what? How are they listening to it?
We should start talking in Arabic and see.
They may not be listening, but they are watching.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget now. And remember this: the most important thing you can always do. And I did this the other day with the ex. She was sitting there. We're having a conversation. I'm like, you know what? Well, don't push that button. She's like, we'll push what button? And don't say okay. Let's do this. Let's just find out for let's be stupid and insane and find out what it is they have a right to look at. Let's be nutty. Let's be crazy. It's fast. If you decide I'm a nutbag, whatever. So let's just go ahead and paw through it. And it's like, I want now imagine you're at Hannaford or wherever you guys live. If you're in Florida, you're at Dillon's. If you're or Publix or whatever grocery store the hell you're at, okay? You're at your grocery store, right? And they say to you, "How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Quick question. Yeah, I need to have you sign this real fast. It's not a big deal. I need access to all of your phone calls in the past." And you go, "What? All your phone calls in the past. Everything you talked about in the past." So I don't have a lot of time for you to make decisions or talk to me about stupid stuff. Just go ahead and say yes. I also want access to your all the lists you have of all your friends, your contact list. I need the contact list in your phone right now. I'm also going to need access to your GPS of where you've been, how you got there, and when you arrived.
Right.
I want to thank you a lot for that. And I also want to need a few other things here real quick.
And don't forget to save all your information to iCloud.
That's right. And they go through all of that, and then they're like, that's all I need. And so but remember, this is the part that's disgusting to me. When you buy a computer, they don't tell you that you have to sign that. They don't. When you buy a phone, they don't tell you have to. There's nothing on the box that goes, "Thanks for buying our phone. Thanks for buying a Samsung Galaxy." By the way, in case you didn't know, you have to sign all this other shit. If not, you can't use the phone. I'm just saying. And they don't tell you any of that. Nobody ever tells you any of that stuff, and then you buy the phone and you go along and you're like, "Oh, now I'm screwed. So I can't turn this on unless I do this?" No, you can't. And so everybody starts doing it. So what we're doing is we're being forced to agree. And just in case you didn't know, some things there's a new phrase in the world. It's called, make sure I get this right, I have to get this phrase correct. It means, okay, here we go. Non-revocable. This is the new phrase they have, non-revocable, which means you cannot turn it off. Non-revocable. Look that up. It's starting to become more prevalent in more computer programs and more phone programs is non-revocable, which means when you get a phone, you turn it on and you agree to one of these things that are non-revocable. You can't shut it off until you clear the phone. You can clear your phone 100% absolutely and go back to factory reset. If you're not willing to do that, then you can't shut it off. There are things now that are now becoming non-revocable. And they're telling you this up front. This is non-revocable. You have to agree. And people are agreeing. Look that up, people. If you have a phone, look it up. Non-revocable.
That's why they made the
Like,
iPhone now where you can't take the battery out.
Yep.
I got harassed. I got harassed by the Woburn Police Department down here in Mass because a couple of years ago, I've had it up to here with the fucking cameras at every fucking light, right? And I talked to different people, like, well, if somebody got kidnapped because they can do it by like the old days, good police work. And they're like, well, this isn't the old days. This is technology highway here, and we do it this way. I said, well, and I was told that they only look at it if there's a problem. Really? I said, let me go prove that wrong. So what did I do? I'm sitting in traffic one day, and I wrote a note, and I flipped the bird to the fucking camera, and I wrote, cameras are not a good thing, and I went like this. And let me tell you the fucking wrath I had come down on me.
Well, that was a problem.
Okay, so I got followed. I'd go to work. They didn't know what time I'd go to work, right? Because I go to work different times, so they couldn't pinpoint the time. But they knew what time I'd leave work, right? So I'd leave work, and since that, right after I did it, there'd be a cop sitting there. And then as soon as I pull out of my parking lot from work, they'd follow me right out. And then one cop pulled me over, and he goes, "Oh, you got a sticker issue here." I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Okay." And he says, "I was just going to write you 25 for that." I'm like, "All right, cool, thanks." So, well, this patrolman, he was a sergeant. Some patrolman shows up, and he's like, he's just being a dickhead, right? So we leave. Well, I leave, and I go down a quarter mile to go get gas and cigarettes, right? Well, the dickhead cop comes in, and he says, he starts giving me a hard time while I'm in line, getting my smokes. And so he follows me outside. I said to the kid behind the counter, I go, "Don't you love when they're trying to egg you on into an argument just so they can ask you for your ID?" I goes, and the funny part is his sergeant just had my ID. I said, so if he was smart, all he do was ask the sergeant what my name is. So we go outside, and he's like, hey, come here. I want to ask you a question. I goes, nope. And he's like, what? I go, nope. I've done nothing wrong. You don't need to ask me a question. There's nothing. There's nobody broke into a bank. Nothing. None of that bullshit. I go, you just no. I don't have time for you. And so I leave. The next day I leave work. There's another one sitting there. Follows me out. He don't stop me for my sticker. Third day, I wave to the son of a bitches. How we doing?
Don't you love that sticker shit? I hate that.
So
I am so tired of that sticker.
So the fourth day, right? The fourth day, what did I do? I drive down the driveway. There he is parked. I pull right up beside him. I go, hey, listen, I'm going to go out here, take a left at the mall like I do every night. Did you want to follow me now, or do you want me to go the other way? Oh, right. And he goes, what are you, wise ass? I go, dude, you and I both know why you're here. I should get me on camera flipping you people off. I go, that's the only reason why you guys are breaking my balls. Break my balls. I don't give a fuck. I said, you're not even good at it. So I go, listen, I'm going to go out here, take a left at the mall. Whoops, I lied. I went the back way. It's just, but they're just, I'll never, ever like it. I just won't. Massachusetts got rid of the toll booths. They put the fucking
what
cameras
the fuck? What the fuck was that shit? What was that?
Right. So So
camera. No, they put camera for all those folks that don't know. I don't live in Massachusetts, so I'm going to talk from a non-Massachusetts dumbass guy point of view. You're cruising along and you're waiting for the toll booth, and all of a sudden, over your head, is a thing that goes, "Thank you," and then you get a bill later on that says, "By the way, you drove through our thing, and you owe me money." And you go, "What thing? Whoa! What's the thing?" They now have a thing that you can drive through, and you just drive it along, and all of a sudden, oh, you went under our thing. You owe us money. That is like the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life, Mikey.
Massachusetts doesn't have toll booths anymore. They get rid of every single solitary one of them. They laid off a bunch of people, and so now all they do is take a photo of your license plate, and they'll send you, depending upon where it is on the highway or how many of those you went under. If you're a truck driver, it can be, some decent money. You're in a car, and you're going down. You leave like my house, and you go to like New York or something. Before you hit the,
that's how I got it.
Before you hit the Rhode Island border, you probably owe the state of Massachusetts like $2.
That's what happened to me. But the thing for me is there's no notification. You're just
there is now. There is now. It'll say no transponder, no problem. We'll bill you.
Right, but when I first did it, there was. I mean, it was like literally last year, and I'm just tooling along, and all of a sudden I start getting emails, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is that? And King goes, they got. We have a we have a thing. I went, what? He goes, King goes, I have Transpass. I went, what's that mean? He goes, well, you're driving my car. I have Transpass, so I just got a hit. I went, what do you have to hit? What's a hit? I'm like, what is a hit? And I'm like, I'm being me, my temperamental Steve. You understand? I'm just being me. Explain the fucking question. I asked a question. And he's like, it's a thing. I'm like, what's a hit? What is a hit? We got logged for a thing. I'm like, I'm not getting this at all. And we're just driving along, and I can't see anything. There's no, like, hi, I would like to have some money. Nothing. There is nothing. You're just driving along, and somewhere above your head is a deal. And when you fly underneath this deal, it goes, you owe me $1.75. And I'm billing you for it. But, I mean, there were 50 cent. New Jersey. Oh, my God. What is with New Jersey? I hate that.
Go over the Golden State. It's like fucking $30, ain't
it? But it's like 35 cents every, like, 4 feet. They're like, that's 12 feet. Yeah, 30. That's 35 cents.
Good night, Fawn. Good night, HRM. Thanks for coming in.
I was blown. I'd never, Mike. I'd never seen this whole. None of your business. You owe me money, so give me cash. I need cash.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just weird. That was just weird. It's just nuts.
Swamp Donkey says, what's going on in Paris will happen here with these wishy-washy liberal douches.
Oh,
I don't think so. I think there's enough of us that won't put up with that shit.
Oh, no matter what, how do you say this? For us to do what we want to do and for us to have our lives we're going to have, there's going to be some naughty. It's just going to happen. That's it. We're going to have not. There's got. I don't know. Jim calls it getting the van. Some people call it this. They call it that. I call it very simply for what it is.
Wait a second though. He might be talking. Aren't there a bunch of protesters protesting the actual?
No. That's not what Jim's talking about. He says get in the van. He means get in the van.
Yeah.
It's time for Patriot shit. So I always call it a little bit something different, which is nothing more than I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm done. I'm not doing this. So it's just a bunch of people that stand up and go, hey, you know what? What? I'm not doing it. Yep. We're done. We're done.
Hey, I know.
We all have our mark.
We could use a famous quote that's, made by a very famous person.
Yes, indeed, we could.
Just say no.
That's right. Nancy, thank you.
Enough.
Yes.
No, you know,
But there's a whole lot of thought process and a whole lot of things. But quite simply, it's nothing more than this. What, I'm not going to do that.
Oh wait, he's in. Okay, so he's up in Canada. Yeah, that shit might happen in Canada
well, yeah, Queen's Rule, right?
with Trudeau or whatever his name is.
No, he's saying what the people are doing in Paris, the people in Canada may do. Right now, they're burning down France because of the gas tax and stuff protest. The people are revolting.
Don't forget, there's a lot of people that are standing up across the whole world right now that are saying, you know what, I'm done with this.
Yep.
I mean,
That's why Donald Trump got voted president.
Right.
Because people are done with the fucking.
Right.
You know, it's like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Hart. Who's the comedian? Kevin Hart. That's on SNL.
Yes, Kevin Hart.
He can't host the fucking Grammys because of some tweets that he tweeted out.
Right.
Nice.
Okay? So
a couple years ago.
Yeah. So here's the problem. Anybody ever see the TV show The Office?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You can't have that anymore. God forbid you even fucking play a rerun of Archie Bunker. But you can't.
Well, they went worse last night. They fucking outlawed. Which show they outlawed last night? It was a Christmas. No, hold on. Rudolph. Rudolph was outlawed last night.
Why?
It's a fucking conservative show. They outlawed it last night.
It's got bullying in it. It's about bullying and.
You know what else they outlawed? A song.
Yeah, that happened in Cleveland. Baby, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yes.
Can't play it on the radio.
And one of the ding dongs wanted to outlaw candy canes for some reason.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the thing. There's all kinds of shit happening out there. You people are going to all do your own thing. You're going to all have your own thoughts and your own dreams and your own hopes, all that other kind of stuff. But you know what you have to eventually do? You have to eventually stand up. And I'll tell you what, your wallet is a very good place to stand up. Don't participate. Don't be a part of the nonsense. The simple things. There's a lot of people out there that are like, I can't do it. I'm not fighting Mikey's fight. And that's easy. That's a fantastic thought. You can enjoy it. You can have it. It's all yours. You own it, and it belongs to you. But
I haven't purchased not one item that has the NFL on it.
Right. So you can do something so simple.
2001.
So simple as that. So simple as that. To say to yourself, you know what? I'm not your Huckleberry.
Right.
I'm not.
But you know what though? I still watch it because it's on TV and it's free for me to watch it.
Do you guys hear that?
What's that?
I hear. It sounds like algorithms going off.
Oh my God! Are you serious? Holy moly!
That's not the word.
but you guys have the ability to make the decisions yourselves. You can say, you know what? I hereby choose. I'm not going to movies. I'm not going to buy this $7 bottle of popcorn. I'm not going to rent this one. I'm not going to do that. Whatever your thing is that you're not going to do. Feel free. Don't do that. Make that your voice, though. That's your voice. That's your opportunity.
I do it all.
But I want to know one thing. I want to know why.
Toys R Us closed. I wouldn't shop at Toys R Us because I wasn't allowed to carry my handgun with me wherever I went. I said I wasn't allowed to carry it there. So I bought my kids' toys at Walmart because Walmart allows me to carry.
There you go.
I want to know why. I want to know why and how. How these people have the power and the means to piss on somebody's leg long enough to get them to take a song off the radio, and now I hear that Rudolph.
They don't.
So
they don't. They
so
have what they
I
have.
want to know why we can't. I want to know why we can't do the same.
Because we don't have anybody working in that industry. That was a single lady that decided that song should not be.
Right. But remember this also is that you have to understand that the foolishness that's becoming the reality that so many have. You don't possess that foolishness. You need to be that asshole, and you're not going to be. So that's not your reality. It's not your thing. It's not.
So
it's not
are you serious? You can't watch Rudolph anymore on TV? Because that's like my favorite all-time fucking Christmas fucking cartoon.
Yeah,
Right.
you know why? Because the guy who's getting picked on prevails and wins at the end. That's what makes that show great.
Right.
So
But
he gets the chick
but here's the other thing.
And he gets the girl.
Right. But here's the other thing, though, is there's all. Don't forget, Mike. Go over. I swear to God, people, everybody, go look at the Georgia Guidestones. Go fucking look at them. For the love of God, see what in the hell people are talking about. They want to have a ruling factor over certain types of things, certain types of behaviors, certain types of, of actions. Go look at it and see what these things are. And what you'll find out is these things that seem so innocent are bad. This little tiny innocent thing, it's an innocent thing. That's all it is. It's bad. Actually, in their world, it's bad.
Well, that's how they're going to win. They're going to keep nipping away because people aren't paying attention. Next thing you know,
it's like bump stocks right now.
quarters of the pie is gone.
I will not support Donald Trump in 2020 if he signs off on that bump stock thing. Guess what? I don't give a shit if they're a novelty. I don't give a shit that they're just some bullshit thing to make you don't need one to fire a gun faster.
Always remember this, though. Always remember this. This is very important.
They get that, then they're going to go for something else.
But always remember this. Remember this very important little fact. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying, remember this important little fact. Sometimes you have red flags. Red flags make you think a certain way, and they might have a certain direction in mind. Like, we're going to do this to you. We're going to do this to you. And you decide you want to go a certain way because that's going to be done to you. And that's not what's done to you. Always make sure that it's real.
Yep.
Make sure it's real.
And also, before you make a decision like that, you got to look at all the stuff.
Yeah, like what are you getting out of it? So, in other words, if they say bump stocks are going to be illegal, he's going to sign off, but you're going to get A, B, C, and D out of the deal.
Don't tell me that you're a Second Amendment supporter, and then
it's like the old saying goes, Ohio, right? You got to give a little to get a little.
We've given a lot.
Second Amendment is the only amendment in the Bill of Rights that says shall not infringe.
Right? No.
Infringed on.
No, and I understand what you're saying, and I completely understand.
But also,
a very emotional thing. It is a very, very, very emotional thing.
But a bump stock's not a gun,
right?
But don't forget though that on rare occasions that you can maybe think of certain things as a certain way, and then all of a sudden, when you say, you know what, I'm not going that way, I won't go that way because that individual's this way, and I'm not doing that. And what you vote for is the more evil. The more evil that says, thank you very much for going our way. I appreciate that an awful lot. And now that you have gone our way, we're going to go a little bit further.
The thing is, it won't stop with the bump stocks. It'll go to the binary trigger. Then it will go to,
But Ohio, listen. The reason why they can get away with that is because it's not. Those are accessories to guns. They're not. It's not
exactly an accessory. So it's not even a firearm. So therefore,
no. Listen. So therefore, because it's not a firearm, they can do it.
But guess what?
But Ohio, if he stands behind this and you're not going to vote for Trump, are you not going to vote? They win. Are you going to vote Democrat? They win.
No, I'll vote for the other Republican or the Libertarian Party.
The Libertarian Party, who don't have a chance in hell until they get somebody great.
Doesn't matter. It's still my choice of who I vote for.
Yes, it is, absolutely, but it's also a choice of wasting a vote because that person doesn't have a chance in hell.
Say that. You can't say that. It's not a wasting of vote. All those people that say that it's a wasting of vote, if those people would vote the other way, somebody else would win.
Yeah, but they got to get somebody that's not crazy.
But, you know, I would vote for another Republican over Trump if he does this. Sorry.
Hey Don, how are you? Good to see you.
That's just the way I'm going. I mean,
and that's the way that's the way you're going, and that's your thought, that's your principle, that's your thing, and that's fine.
I mean, if he's doing a good job, he's doing a hell of a job, if you ask me.
But don't forget this. But the most important thing I would say to you is
Big Dog.
Don't forget this. I don't know. Do you have kids?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Dose.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have kids. Okay, you have kids. So you're now I'm gonna pretend and assume you're now. When I say this, I mean it with all respect. I'm assuming you're doing a good job as a dad, right?
Yes.
I assume you're doing a good job as a dad. You're doing the best by your kids as you can. You're attempting to make sure they're happy, they're healthy, all the things that are
away from Mike, if that tells you anything.
But occasionally, there's a thing where there's not going to be the moment that you hoped it would be. It's a moment that needs to be. It needs to be, and it needs to be this way. Even though that we're not going to be, and I know you're not happy, and I know you don't care for it, and I know you don't want it, but you're going to need to go this way because I'm the parent, and I'm the one who is steering you in the path that I feel is best for you. So these moments will happen, and as these moments happen, also these moments can happen for us as voters, where we're like, holy shit, what? Are you kidding me? No. We didn't talk about that. We did not say that. That was not our thought. But unfortunately, at these particular moments in time, we have to go that way. This has to be that particular way right this minute. And it's the best choice I have to make in this moment, in this time, in this situation. I'm making the best of it for all of us, not just for you, not just for Billy, and not just for Tommy, but for all of us. This is going to be the path that's going to be best for all of us right this minute. And if everybody stomps their feet and goes, you know what? That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You're a liar. That's not what you said. I hate you. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. That's the same thing that happened to anybody. That can happen to anybody, any parent, anybody who's in charge of anybody. That can happen. That exact moment can happen with the silliest and simplest of things.
Yep.
I understand what you're saying with that, with the parenting and stuff, but man, I'm telling you though, man, there's no need for new regulations or new laws. They, as the government, they approve this.
But it might not be.
This thing.
Remember, it might not be. He is a very, very tricky individual who has said many times.
He said that he would sign off on it.
Right, but he did that before as well, and he didn't.
Well, we'll see what he
did. He did say that before, and he did. And I know you saw it, because if you're this passionate about this time, I know you're just as much passionate about the first time. And I know if you're this passionate, you saw it the first time. I know you did. I know it. So if you see that the first time,
the first time he pissed me off was when he talked about taking guns without due process.
Right. But he also mentioned what? The bump stock. We can deal with that now. We'll deal with that later on. We'll just take them now and we'll deal with it later on. You remember this conversation. You remember that. You saw that video. We all saw that video. He made some comments. What he made was these comments that were in the heat of a moment that he went, you know what? I want you people to feel a certain way. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel the American spirit enveloping you. And I want you to feel this. So I'm going to say this shit right now. And then later on, he went, okay, that was probably not the best thing to say. And then he thought about it and he moved in a different direction. And it didn't happen. It did not happen. All I'm saying to you is Let's find out where he really, really, truly is. Now, I know what you think, and I know what I've heard, and I know what I've heard, and what I've heard agrees a lot with what you think. Okay, so we're not different. I sit back and go, wow, are we going that way? So we're kind of on the same page, but I want to make damn good and sure we're going that way before I make a decision. Does that make sense?
To me, it's kind of like breaking your fishing pole because you got the lure stuck in a tree.
Exactly. That's actually a very good. That's a very good way to put it. That's a grandpa way.
Yeah. So instead of losing your lure, now you're done fishing.
Well, my thing is though, I hate giving up the rights. We've given them up over and over. Look at Mike.
We haven't though. We haven't. He said
Mike can't even own a fucking handgun. He can't own a handgun.
I can. Well, I can't, but I can. But I'll get into that.
I can't.
But that's not Trump.
I can go buy one right now.
But listen, that's not Trump. That's the state of Massachusetts.
Right.
Okay.
New York State is New York State, and Massachusetts. Remember this, though. You cannot take those state things and put them onto him. What I'm saying is before you go, Trump's a fucking dickhead. Let's make sure he's a fucking dickhead.
It's a state thing. It's like I can't buy I can't. Well, the grandfathered in, but if you own one now, but I can't go to Walmart or wherever, my local gun shop in the state of Massachusetts, and buy an AR because the state said so. Okay.
Right, and that's a problem.
Okay, but
it's not a
that's
Trump
a state
problem.
issue. That's a state issue, not a
national.
Not a Trump. Right, not a Trump issue.
It's not a Trump issue, but it's a country issue.
Yes, but remember though, we're talking about the Trump
We
issue.
gave power to the states.
Right? But Trump didn't give power to the states. That was already given. That was
Already
given. That was already given in the Constitution.
They gave power. The government gives power to the states to make their own laws. I'll give you for instance. All right. I don't know. Some of you may have heard this, but some of you may not have. So anyway, I'll repeat myself. I'll do it. I'll try to do it quickly. So, in Massachusetts, used to have a quote unquote have-to license when it came to long guns. Okay. So in other words, if you weren't involved in like a drug deal with a gun or an assault and battery with a gun, you automatically got your license. Didn't matter if you
shall issue state. They shall issue you a permit.
Yes, it shall. Right.
Now
okay. In August of 2014, they got rid of that.
Yeah, they're a may issue state now. They may issue you one.
Right. So, idiot Mikey thought that his FID card that he has in his wallet ran out next September. It actually ran out this past September.
But that's what I'm talking about, Mike. You should
hang on. I go to the police department, fill out the app, and I asked him because I want to get my handgun license, right? So I asked him. I said, well, first I called him, and he said, "Yeah, you can't. You can't." I said, "What?" I said, "Can I hunt still?" I mean, I had the FID card, the application's on file, for my new one. I says, "Can I still hunt?" And he said, "No." He said, "You need that card in your possession to carry a gun, buy ammo, and all that." He said, "However," I said, "I know. I can use my muzzleloader." He says, "Right." I said, "Okay." So I got down there the other night, and I got to sit down with him. So I sat down with him, and they had to take my photo and all that happy bullshit, give him $100, all that bullshit. So I said to him, I go, so in that 2014, what it did was it allowed the chief to, on certain charges, certain misdemeanors, okay, to use his judgment. Both ways now. So in other words, like he told me, he goes, if you had an assault and battery in 1996, Then you had an assault and battery in 2000, and then you had an assault and battery in 2004. He goes, chances are I'm not giving you one of these. Okay? He said, you haven't been in trouble for close to 18 years. He goes, it isn't going to be a problem you have getting this. So I said to him, I says, well, now what about my license to carry? Can I get a license to carry? He says, well, unfortunately, they don't give us that. He said, if it's not, as long as it wasn't violent, he said, you shouldn't have an issue. So I told him my charges, and he goes, from what you're telling me, you shouldn't have an issue.
Shouldn't. So go ahead and pay the money.
So I'm waiting for the FID card to come in, and then as soon as that comes in, I'm going to pay him another $100.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go down, take the $100 class, safety class, right?
Yeah.
And then go from there. I got to put my headphones on now because my cell phone's running out of what do you call it?
Juice.
Well, I just hope that everybody listens to all that we're talking about, because none of us is right and none of us is wrong. And
Free America.
Right. Just take a minute and learn a few things about what we're talking about or what we're discussing, and make sure you're apprised of what is that topic. What the hell are these guys talking about? I mean, there's been many topics where I've jumped in and I'm like, I'm not that educated on that. I think I should probably get just a touch more educated before I have a comment. And many times you end up learning a whole lot about things you did not know. And sometimes you crawl down the rabbit hole, and before you know it, well, oh my God, you're blessed because you just learned a whole ton of stuff about. I did not even have a clue about that. My kids have come to me and went, I wouldn't talk about that. You're like, why? I think because of this and this and this. You know what you should do? What? Don't ever talk to me about that until you come back and tell me what it's about. Because you don't know. And I know you don't know. So go figure it out. And they come back amazed. And I've amazed myself before at how little I knew. And I mean, I am talking from a 54-year-old man going, I've amazed myself at how little I knew about that.
I'll tell you one thing with the computer and the internet and stuff, a whole lot of easy learning is out there. You got to filter because some of it's bullshit. A lot of it's bullshit, but
yeah, I'm telling you, man, anytime you see a news story from Conservative Tribune or Conservative Day or Patriots America,
and
it aggravates me because it makes real people like us look fucking bad.
Yeah.
Well, and don't forget, go for some of your simple stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you know what my favorite is I like to look up the Encyclopedia Britannica. And you know what? Nobody went after that yet. Nobody attacked that yet. Nobody went, you know what we should do? Let's go after Britannica. It didn't happen. It did not happen yet. So you know what you find out is you find out what was there when you were a kid. When I was a kid and I opened the book and I looked at it, I was fine with the definition. I'm fine now still. I just want to look at it and look at the book. Now it's online though. So oh my God, there's so much information you can learn. Wikipedia is good as long as you understand what am I looking at.
Yeah,
you got to watch Wikipedia.
Right. Who wrote this? Go to the very, very bottom and go, where'd it come from? That's a big plus for you. So if it says John Solar wrote this and he's telling you this, then obviously, hey, listen, I probably had too many beers and I shouldn't have written that book anyway. So.
Right. No, but it'll get better.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
I think there's a different perspective too. Someone, Mike, is in Massachusetts who has grown up with all these restrictions, so it's like what he's used to.
But I'm right near him. I am literally. We are like spitting difference
16
apart.
where there's only 16 miles separates Mass and Maine.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm literally at the smallest point, and normally you cannot get 16 miles between Mass and Maine, but I am at this very special spot in Maine, and Mikey's at his spot, and we are like, we can literally be like going out to dinner that far away. Like, holy crap, that ain't that bad.
Right. But like I said, though, he's grown up and had these restrictions all of his life there. You know, me, I've grown up different in a different state. I don't have
but Mikey's been here. Mikey's been here a lot too, so it's different for him.
But it's not. But we weren't that different, really. I mean,
No.
it only. I mean, they got. You know why they got rid of furloughs and stuff in Massachusetts? Because the kid got out of the guy come out of fucking jail, and the governor gave him a furlough or whatever. The guy comes out of jail. He ain't out of jail fucking 2 hours, and he goes and fucking kills fucking 10 people or 6, whatever the fuck it was, right? And so yeah, people wrecked it. You know what I mean? And then it got worse. When I was a teenager, it was still a liberal state, but it wasn't. I mean, people still. I can remember being a kid, and you still had a fucking rifle rack in your fucking pickup. Back in the day, they didn't give a shit.
It's different now because so many things have gone in a different direction. I mean, like literally, Mike can show up to my house. Mikey can show up to my house. I can walk outside and go, "What's going on?" And I have a gun strapped to my side.
Right.
And there's no issue whatsoever at all. None. I can go all over as long as I abide by the federal guidelines that govern my movement. Like, are you in a post office? Are you in a fucking hospital? Those type of things. Did you just enter a school? Those guidelines, as long as I allow those things to be the governing factor of how I move and how I move around my day, then there's no issue whatsoever at all. And I'm open carrying and I'm concealed carrying, and I don't have a permit whatsoever at all.
Right.
Now, for Mikey's world, that's just like, what?
What?
I mean, my driver's license is good in all 50 states. Why isn't my concealed carry permit?
Well, it's just like
my marriage license is good in all 50 states.
Right. It's like it's just like this. If I all of a sudden go, you know what? Steve, it's been a great year. It's been fantastic. You and I talk well. I have this opportunity. I'm going to be in your neighborhood. I'm coming to your neighborhood. I'm going to be landing on the ground right by you. And he's like, well, come over. Holy shit. Come over, say hi. We'll hang out here and, hey, spend the night, and then you can head back to your plane in the morning. I don't have reciprocity. So that means now I can't carry.
Right.
When I should be able to go, hey, so what's the chance of, while I'm here for the next day and a half or whatever it is, can I grab a quick carry from you, and that way I don't feel naked? He's like, yeah, sure, here, I got a 9mm, whatever, no big deal. I don't have that, though. His state and my state, I guess we don't talk.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The issue is that's a problem. It should be
right. No, and I'm agreeing.
See, the liberals in this state will tell you that it's dangerous just to be able to walk in with a driver's license and walk out with a gun.
Yeah.
Without doing, background checks, this, that, and the other thing.
Dangerous to be able to walk in with a permit to be running for office and having a friend in a fucking newspaper.
Right. But the funny part is that as bad as strict as Massachusetts can be with their gun laws, I find it awfully odd how a lot of, through talking on YouTube and looking stuff up on the computer and this, that, and the other thing, I find it awfully odd that some states, okay, that are friendly, friendly Second Amendment states, that you guys can't carry. You guys need a separate license, separate permit,
Yep.
okay, to carry concealed.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
I find that terribly funny. And by the way, probably one of the most freest states you can visit would be the state of New Hampshire. And guess what? State of New Hampshire, you need a separate permit to carry concealed.
Yeah. So you do in Ohio.
Okay.
West Virginia.
Okay. You ready?
You
Ready? The commie state of Massachusetts. You get your license to carry. Guess what? You can only carry concealed, and it's not a separate permit. Once you get your LTC, you conceal it. Period. So you see how weird it is? You see the irony in all of it? You know what I'm saying? I find it ironic, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because as bad as Massachusetts is, again, as bad as and as strict as they are with their gun laws, there are 5 other 6, 7, 8 other states that are worse than this one. So I can't, I'm not number one yet. So
No.
When I get to be number one, then I'll start to worry.
New York is number one.
New York and California.
New York, California, Jersey, Connecticut. Oh yeah. But
they're pretty nasty, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, don't misunderstand me. Mass is in the top 10, but yeah, right now I'm prepping New Jersey, here.
Yeah, but you get to come to Maine and go hunting, so I mean, it's something. It's something.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, so. Yeah, to get back to that, so the sergeant, he asked me, he goes, so I told him, I said, no, my shotgun's over my buddy's house. And he said, so we were talking, and he said something about the muzzle loader. And I said, well, it's hunting season. I said, so technically I can have it in the car with me anyway. And he said, yep. And he goes, you know the rule, right? I said, yeah, I just can't have a fucking primer in it. I can have a load in it, but I can't have a primer in it. He's like, okay, you're good. You know what the hell you're doing. I said, yeah. I said, I wouldn't do anything if I didn't, I says, again, I says, my goal is to get my license to carry. I go, so why would I do anything to jeopardize that from happening?
Right on.
And so him and I were talking, and he goes, well, he said something to the effect of, well, if you get denied. I go, well, if I get denied, I said, some people have told me that I can go to different organizations and they'll, give me the direction on which way I should go. I said, I don't have a ton of money. I said, I'm not going to go spend $5,000 to do this. I said, but other people are telling me it cost me about $300. And I said, I'd seek a higher court, if you will. And go that route, and then he says, you can, he says, because you're not, you don't have any, obviously you're not a felon and all that. He said, so you shouldn't have.
Excuse me.
But I don't want to go down that road, I'd rather just have him say, yay and nay. But I'm going to tell you the thing I love about it the most, okay? And either way it goes, whether I get the permit or whether I don't get the permit. Well, the license to carry, because I'm getting the other one. Whether I get the license to carry or I don't get the license to carry. Here's what I liked the most out of the whole situation. I made a phone call to this guy. He called back the very next day. Okay, so it wasn't like he waited, till they got around to it. Okay,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
spoke to me on the telephone for a half an hour. Okay, then I get to the police station. He allows me to change my appointment because I was hunting. All right, so we changed my appointment. I rescheduled for this past Monday. I go in. And, so right off the bat, right off the top, I apologized to him. I said, thank you very much for letting me come down on a different night. He's like, don't worry about it. I said, Jesus. So, we talked about hunting for a while and everything. And I even told him this, I says, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, I've heard horror stories, and horror stories with it starting with the phone call, trying to get a hold of people. And I said, I made a phone call to you and you got right back to me. And then you allowed me to have time with you on the telephone, and all this. I go, this is what I like being able to do, is look at somebody square in the eyeball, and answer questions or ask a question to them. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking via email bullshit, because you can't see a person, you can't judge a person by reading a fucking email.
Right.
You know what I mean? So him and I talked, and I told him, I said, I says, I know the avenues I have to go. I said, I know I have to go to Chelsea, and if Chelsea's a city just outside of Boston, and that's where the Firearms Bureau is, and I can go to a board of five people on that board. And they can say yay and nay, and I won't get anywhere with them. I can go to district court and go. You know what I mean? I know every avenue I need to go. But again, some people tell me I should get Goal involved. Some people tell me I should go have the NRA get involved. I haven't decided which. If they, in fact, if they do in fact say no, I haven't decided which one I'm going to notify. You know what I'm saying? But
guys, I got a boogie. Thank you very much for having me.
It's 1:30. All right, you guys. Thanks everybody for coming in, Johnny. Always a pleasure. And I will get up there for that cup of coffee. I promise. Stevie, will you doing a chat tomorrow night, kid?
I plan on it unless something tragic comes up, like I'm too tired or something.
All right. About what time?
I'm going to shoot for 9:30.
There you go. You got it right from Loss's mouth.
Yeah.
9:30 tomorrow night. Stalker Steve's channel. Ohio, good to see you.
He said he had to be RB, so.
All right. Hey, Guns Girl, I just wanted to let you know, very polite tonight. And I haven't beat Steve up because I did see those comments in there about lighting the fire and all that bullshit. So I was very nice tonight. I was a good boy.
See, somebody's got to carry on the tradition.
Right. Listen, thanks everybody for coming in. You guys out in the chat room, as always, thank you very much to the silent watchers and listeners. Much appreciated. We are going to get the hell out of here. All right. Uncle Kyle, enjoy it, brother. We'll see you all hopefully tomorrow night on Stevie's chat. If not, we'll see you next Friday night. Peace.